Took a minute. Boom! We are live, folks. We are live once again. Of course, we are the Wrasslin for Life Network, and we are about to kick off another wrestling week. The fallout from Elimination Chamber. We're still in Canada. We haven't left yet, so we're going to blame Canada all night long. We got lots of wrestling to talk about. WrestleMania is on the horizon. We got lots to get into. What's Sami going to do? What's Cody going to do? What's Jay going to do? Oh my God, what are we all going to do? We'll find out. Let's go. Ding, ding, ding. We are live. We are live. We are live and ready to go, folks. As always, we are the Wrasslin for Life Network. We are the best watch party, watch along, live stream,
what?
Follow along, live react, whatever you want to friggin' call them.
What?
We are the ones that are on the grind. We cover more wrestling than anybody else out there, and we do it with a smile on our face. But that all being said, who are we? Well, I am Mr. Every Night, KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube, the man that just will not go home. And I am joined by my buddy.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Wrasslin for Life proudly brings to you its YouTube Tag Team Champions of the World, the Every Night Delight, KJ White. I am Big Nick, and yes, we're still trapped overseas in Canada here in Ottawa. KJ's holding us all hostage here. No, we're going to have more wrestling in my country.
Let's go. Let's go. Yes, I'm all about it. We're still, today we're in the nation's capital, so still in Canada. We're getting a recap of Elimination Chamber, and I guess you kind of broke the news that Sami Zayn will be opening up the show, and there it is.
Yeah, they announced that when I was watching Law & Order SVU or whatever it was before Raw, Chicago 911 or something. But yeah, that Elimination Chamber main event to me if that doesn't remind you of what it's like to be a pro wrestling fan, I don't know what the fuck you were watching.
I rewatched it for that reason, man. I rewatched it, dude. It was excellent. Like, from telling a story, from leaving unanswered questions for, people are, Roman should have won. Listen, Roman's been on a tear, and to take it, listen, my heart wanted Sami, and I know a lot of the Sami fans out there is bullshit. Fucking Roman sucks. He always wins. It would be insane to drop the champion this close to Mania. When you're heading to Mania and you have all the momentum, but the trick for Triple H will be working Sami into this somehow. If it's just a tag team match, KO versus the Usos, I don't know if that's a fair trade-off.
I could see us getting there, but you touched on the best point there of the fact that so many people had that outcry of, oh, Sami should have won. When have you seen that in a hot minute?
It's been a while. Usually we just shrug and move on.
And you still have the storyline with Jay involved. Yeah. Sami Zayn said during the post-show press conference, it's the longest timed ovation in that arena.
Yep.
That's insane.
Absolutely. And I mean, think of the ovations they've had in that arena.
Absolutely. You had GSP there, and everyone's like, I don't give a fuck about you.
Right? No, I mean, it's on a different level right now, Nick. And I mean, I love it. I like these are those moments, like you said, when someone says, why do you watch wrestling? I go, watch this. If you're not interested in this story, you're not into
that. They just always seem to walk in when like Wendy Chu's on TV or something like that.
Right? Quincy Elliott bouncing around.
And Sami coming out right now, but I will take a quick little halfway
huge pop
here of Ronnie, what up? Terrence, Jay, Larry, Matt, Jay again. John saying, hey, KJ and Big Nick, a buddy of mine is in Ottawa tonight with his daughter.
Yes.
Bobby, Victor, everybody. What? And the man's already got tears. Like, even as much, that's the thing, is it's the two perfect opponents, I almost feel like.
Man, he's going to reach into his soul for this one. Wait till you see this. He already has tears in his eyes. He's amped up for
dry eye in the house.
Oh, no. He's going to talk about how hard he tried and how bad he wanted it.
Did you see how his back looked?
Oh, my God. Yes. Forget your purple pack. Have you seen the red back?
Yeah. the red back versus purple pack to face Roman at WrestleMania.
Now we still have an interesting dynamic to figure out, Nick, because we don't know. Like, we don't know how you get through all you need to get through to Mania and make it interesting, make it compelling. And, for months and months, we talked about The Rock, The Rock, The Rock. Now we all feel like we gave up on that dream. And now we're talking about, what do we do with Sami? What do we do with Cody? Shit.
Well, with Sami, I think you can still tie it in with the Jey Uso thing, the KO. Maybe Cody makes KO and Sami buddies again. But I'm holding out hope. Fingers crossed that we can still get a triple threat at Mania. And with Cody, they can just make everything about my daddy, about the Rhodes, baby, the American dream.
You walk a thin line about doing that too much, though, right? And other people have said, like, if this is just leading to KO and Sami kind of reuniting, it might not feel great. But what do you do with KO? Oh, here we go again.
Right now you can't. Sami can't give a word out because just the entire crowd is ole, 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 ole.
So 2 questions. One, when Sami comes back to the States, is it still this type of, like, maybe not to this level because, we're Canadian, but are they still loving him this deeply?
That's going to be the real interesting thing. I don't think it'll be as big, but that's a very valid point that I don't think a lot of people are considering of. We are still in Canada, so he's naturally going to get this huge reaction. Not to discredit him, but
no, that's the curious part, right? Because right now we're stuck in a bubble. So we see the last 2 shows, like we see Elimination Chamber, we see this ovation tonight, and you're like, there is no one more over in wrestling right now than Sami Zayn, but he is in his neighborhood.
He's also in his tabernacle.
No.
I still say, folks, there's no way you can say house in French or say and whatever Sami was saying in his promo and cut it in French and make it sound intimidating. When you say tabernacle.
Well, just a dude, I love things sometimes.
Sami starts off with, I'm feeling a lot of feelings. Are you feeling?
Let me clarify. The maison is house, right? Right.
So then he messed up his own promo, is what you're saying. You're correcting Sami Zayn?
Well, no, what he said was, this is my effing house. And people thought tabernacle meant house, but tabernacle means effing.
Oh, so I've just been swearing the whole time.
Oh yeah, just cursing.
Well, tabernacle, Quebec.
Right, the 0.6% of
the one guy from Quebec's just like, screw you, asshole.
Right. Oh, they're going crazy.
With you deserve it. No, I haven't seen the crowd like this since Roman beat The Undertaker and had to do the whole, I've got him in my palm.
Yeah. You deserve it. Now, here's the question. The second question was, if he is this hot, do you have to work him into the main event? Anything less would be beneath him right now.
I'm hoping for that, but you still hear all the reports and everything about how they never planned for that. They were never going to do that, but Cody's entertained it. Sami talking about how he wanted his storybook ending. That's who's on right now is Heather is Sami.
Right.
Okay, let me ask you this. What will happen after he gets over that giant obstacle? Look what happened to Danielson and Kofi after getting over the hump, fizzled, and poof, died out. Yeah, but Hunter's been on record saying that Sami does at least still kind of actually move the needle in WWE sense. I'm surprised
he does.
But
no, he does move the needle. That's the thing. And again, yes, things do fizzle out. But Kofi, in all fairness, they squashed him out, right? Like, we don't know.
You go smush now.
Right? Like, I didn't feel like Kofi's run was like, oh, man, this is boring. It was like, oh, shit, here comes this guy.
Yeah.
Run!
They just fed him to the beast.
That's it.
The final chapter is not just about me.
Oh, I like it.
Calling out KO. There's one person I need to talk to. You watch, it's going to be Jay. Oh, it's KO.
He's calling up KO,
and it feels so good.
Right? The crowd pops.
WWE is the favorite to land Switchblade. I think that's a foregone conclusion at this point.
You think it's foregone? Because I did see this. Where's Victor's comment? By the way, reach for the sky. Absolutely, Victor. And I think Victor mentioned as well, both Jay's daughters have been released from the hospital now. That is an amazing story.
And the emotions keep coming, folks. Like I said, there's not going to be a dry eye out in the house tonight after tonight.
Where was Victor's other comment? Oh, this one. Know.
Says he has a major announcement to make on Dynamite. What if it's Switchblade Jay White is All Elite? No.
It's Ring of Honor.
Yeah. I still love now. I'm seeing all the memes of like with that whole announcement up there, and then it's just like Tony is Krusty the Clown. And wait, I said the loud part quiet, the quiet part loud.
Yeah, it'll probably be like, Tony.
He's announcing that he's going to have a match against Ariel Helwani.
Oh man, I'm down. Let's go. That would be a slap fest.
I thought that was a lot tamer than it actually turned out to be. So I guess I have to retract my previous opinion of it's just hilarious to watch cat fight between those two.
Oh my God, it's ridiculous. It's like literally he sat at someone else's lunch table. He always sits with me, but today he sat with the other cool kids, and I don't like it.
Yeah, but for Tony to have that type of reaction to everything, like it's one of those like gotcha.
Twitchy. You think it's gotcha? I think he just knee jerks and throws a temper tantrum.
Like I said when Ariel's tweet there, snowman, burr.
Right? Like fuck. It's like someone else is playing with one of my toys and he freaks out.
Sami saying, I'm sorry to KO.
I want to thank you.
Things have gotten a little messy. I think we're beyond the point of words here.
Right?
JV, that's
I clicked it too. I smiled at the same time.
Holy gym membership, Batman. Where did Twinkie and Ho-Ho Eating KO go?
Oh, yeah. Holy New Year's resolution, eh?
Right. New year, new me.
Listen, KO is a risky one, right? Like we talk about Gunther. KO can get too skinny. I'm just saying.
Yeah, a little bit.
Right? If he's just another beanpole kind of guy.
By the way, this is a hell of a promo right now from Sami.
Oh, outstanding. You knew I said it. He was going to reach down to his toes for this one.
This is, again, I know I'm being all nostalgic and in my feels here tonight, but that's what this is making you do.
Right.
This is what wrestling's supposed to do. And it's even with Cody talking about, my daddy, to all of this entire bloodline story. It makes you fucking feel. And that's severely lacking across the board when it comes to pro wrestling. That's why these are the big stories. Everyone's paying attention to these.
And it's funny because now you're starting to see the emotions come out. Like the Cody fans are like, Cody's going to Mania. And the Sami fans are like, fuck Cody. We're sick of his shit. We don't care about his daddy anymore. Like, it's funny because people are getting invested. People are tuning in to see. They want to know. And we're getting a yes chant.
I want nothing to do with you. I didn't do it for you. That's why you waited until after he lost to come out.
That's a suitable answer. That makes sense now. Oh.
See, this is where Cody comes out and just goes, now hug and make up. And then he just tries to walk off like the happy baby face. That's why they had him being Sami's cheerleader before.
Yeah, you're amazing. And you're amazing. But together, you're phenomenal.
Right. But that's the thing is he's doing the Chris Jericho of I'm going to take the heat off of you. Yeah. Except he's doing it well.
KO's got a valid point. See, this is good. It's not just like, oh, hey, buddy, high five. Like, it's literally like, you hurt my fucking feelings, bro. You chose that family over this family.
Right. I did that. I didn't do that for you. I did that for me. I did that for my family.
Right. My kids call you uncle.
Just ask your buddy Jay. Oh. So KO says, go tabernacle yourself. I'm going to keep saying it. YouTube won't get me for that.
Oh, this is the best shit ever.
Someone's gonna comment after this video's done and just be like, "You
They're
were
gonna be like,
saying like dog the whole time."
Yeah, you Anglophones are
You
dumb as
stupid American.
shit.
But folks, we do have the main event tonight: Austin Theory versus Edge for the U.S. title. I guess you can already get your predictions in for that. But do you think that Austin Theory, after coming out of the Elimination Chamber, and a hell of a performance there, might as well add.
I thought there'd be more to it.
Well, we got Logan Paul, but we've got Ding Dong Hello tonight as well with special guest Damage Control. Oh, I bet you guess what happens? It's time to rock and roll. Oh,
really? Okay.
What you saw with that face was KJ just, having to sit crisscross applesauce there for.
Yeah, it took me a second to be like, whoa, hold on, don't get me excited. That lady on public rocking the Maple Leafs jersey makes me even happier. I'm looking forward to seeing John Cena return in 2 weeks. Yeah, how about this?
Yeah.
Just in time to pick a fight?
With Austin Theory.
Feels like it.
Absolutely. Well, it's safe to say we're getting Seth Rollins versus Logan Paul, so the rumored Logan Paul Cena match is off.
Okay.
Oh, and Corbin comes out and lays out Sami.
Shut the front door. So we're going to get Sami Corbin tonight?
They do that right as we go to commercial, you fucking idiots. Literally, so Corbin just comes out and lays out Sami, then boom, quick to commercial.
They're like, he's dead. We'll be right back.
It's the most relevant thing Corbin's done in how long?
Yeah, he got his ass kicked by Cody last week.
He got fired by JBL.
He got fired, like walked away from it. Like, just, you're shit. I can't even help you.
Right. I ain't got nothing for you, kid. I could get over a guy that just went, damn, but I can't. I got nothing for you.
Right. Fair enough. Right. Where was the other comment I saw? They don't become united until Mania. That will be the story. Okay.
Oh. But then what do we do with the Jay story? Because we got two sides. We get Jimmy and KO versus Sami and Jay, and they just like double heel turn in the match. It's like, wait, what are we doing here?
I don't know. And some people still say that Jay is going to go after Roman. It's going to come full circle, and Jay is going to go after Roman.
But that's still what makes this great, is that's still a outlier theory that could happen, and it would be phenomenal if it did. Well, Victor, aren't you lucky? I just got
rubbing it
like a medicine commercial right now.
I got curling commercials because I'm Canadian. That's Corbin.
Plum ass Corbin. Larry says, "Is Bailey the female Miz?" Oh, don't say it ain't so.
She's getting there.
You'll have Chris hurting himself.
Talks a lot of shit, takes an L. Talks a lot of shit, takes an L. Talks a lot. Yeah, getting close.
Oh, yeah, she needs to win hard. Pause.
Oh, be still my heart.
Elizabeth. Trish, it's the big one.
Right? I'm already having a good day. What the hell? I've heard Triple H is setting up a creative for Jay White. It was in an article. Well, then it has to be true, Sean. Welcome back, by the way, and everyone else, welcome back here tonight. We're just kicking off another crazy week here at the channel.
Absolutely, folks. And we do have, a couple aces up our sleeve, a couple things in our back pocket. So absolutely be a friend, tell a friend, like, share, and subscribe. We are here doing this for anything and everything. The only channel that even the wrestlers are tuning in and watching us and everything.
That's a true story. It's a
legitimate true story. We can literally prove that here.
I'm humbled, but yes, it's a true story. Right before we get back from commercial, unless you're Victor and you got picture-in-picture as well, I will remind everybody we are here all week long. Tomorrow, NXT, we're going to run the 2-hour coverage, and then we're back for Dynamite, another good-looking night on paper. We'll see if they can deliver. Last week, people were pissed. We'll see if they can bounce back this week. Thursday, Luna returns for Impact. Friday, triple header. We have No Surrender on Friday, and we'll go from there. There's not a whole lot going on in the weekend coming, but Friday is No Surrender, SmackDown, Rampage. We also, tomorrow night, right after NXT's live stream, we will be airing the latest edition of the Let's Rumble podcast. This one will be starring Cole Radrick. You may know him from everywhere. GCW, Wrestling Revolver, Progress, Noah, The man has been around. But yes, Mr. Cole Radrick sat down with the Wrasslin for Life Network. Thanks to Nick's Big
But no, yeah, man's heard me maybe saying a couple of things and everything. And then we had, break some bread, talk some things, talk some business and everything. So, yes, even like I said, proof positive there that even the wrestlers, when they're done their match, turn around and tune into us. So why the hell aren't you tuned in?
Yes. So Cole Radrick was watching the channel, and we popped some jokes. He didn't even care what I said. It was just the one name that you dropped. When you use those words, I think that's what got him. But we talk about it, Nick. We do talk about it.
Fair enough. I figured.
We get into his career. We talk about death matches. We talk about a couple controversial things that happened surrounding him. We're looking forward to it. It's going to be a great interview tomorrow right after NXT. And then Thursday right after Impact, we're hoping to bring you another surprise. So subscribe, tell everybody you know. And yes, folks, it is the channel that even the wrestlers are watching.
What? Yeah. What? Just thankfully, so far, I haven't gotten heat with anybody. What? Give it time. What?
Yeah, we're getting there. There's some people trying to get heat with it. Won't work.
Hey! Pierce allowing Sami to go after Corbin, even though he's a competitor. Double leg takedown.
Buddy, listen. Adam Pearce takes some heat sometimes. I think Adam Pearce is great. I think as a person, he's got a great attitude. But this is awesome. Go get him. Go fuck him up.
Absolutely. No, he's a great authority figure, honestly.
He's getting better.
His role really well, and he's an even better human being. What?
We
got an official match. So first match of Monday Night Raw. Folks,
Sami Zayn, we're not even waiting.
Versus Baron Corbin. Bum-ass Corbin. So get your predictions in, folks. Huh?
Okay. So here's are they giving Corbin the Austin Theory treatment again?
He's getting a vasectomy?
Again, though. Because he went through it. Like they made him a loser.
I thought that was a one-time thing.
Right? Apparently some people needed, a second little soldering.
Ew.
Everyone else cringed. Pause. Who doesn't like burning flesh in the morning? Pause. Anyway.
Pause. Anyways.
Corbin out of the way.
Right now, Corbin on top of Sami. Pause. But yeah, no, I don't. Baron Corbin is so hard to place as far as it comes on WWE's roster or anything of. They'll give him a halfway push and he'll get over with stuff he's not supposed to, like the bum-ass Corbin gimmick to where he's sitting there with mustard stains on his t-shirt and everything.
Yeah.
And his terrible half-grown in beard. But then he's paired up with JBL, an ultra heat magnet, and then comes out here in skin-tight Austin Theory gear and can't get the fuck over.
No, it's just the whole thing with JBL made no sense because I said it when they teased it. When JBL pulled up and said, "Get in my limo," we talked and we were like, shit, this is going to be huge for Baron's career.
Right.
And it wasn't. Like, it was inept. JBL did nothing as a manager. Nothing.
Very true.
He was like Tully Blanchard, just stood there all the time.
With his saggy, baggy-ass pants.
Right? I mean, he didn't have a fucking menu like Arn, but...
He didn't pull out the Glock like Arn.
Well, that too.
But still, just look at Sami's even like chest, his back, everything.
Yeah.
This man's got bumps and bruises. If you ever, thought that, they don't actually take the bumps that hard. No, just look at Sami Zayn's back right now.
Yeah, but like I said, I mean, there's no doubt that he felt some of those shots.
Right. Actually, that's not a bad shout, JV. Of two unhappy, should have been placed better on the card, put him as a tag team, Corbin and Cross. That's not a... That's a badass duo.
Did you call us the Lone Rangers? There's three of us. The lone wolf with a friend. Okay.
Right. The Cross Wolf. Why?
Right. You might not want to call him the lone wolf. We'll just call him Corbin and Cross.
Corbin and Co.
Yeah, Corbin and Co. It sounds like a law firm. Corbin and Cross. Austin Theory is a major player now. The dude ain't afraid of nobody.
I think he was trying to say the dude ain't afraid of anybody. I translated it for you.
I did my best.
I did a terrible translation of Tabernacle, but I guess I figured it. I could figure that one out.
We got there.
Right.
I think like people are gonna give me hate mail because I'm Canadian and I should know better.
But I think that we're still setting up for him versus John Cena, and I think that's going to be a hell of a match. That's a passing of the torch a bit, I feel.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's heading that way. It feels that way.
Absolutely. I do want to make a slight correction because I guess I was a bad wrestling nerd. And when we were watching Battle in the Valley, I didn't realize that Mercedes ring attire was tribute to Hannah Kimura. So that it was like 8 hours into a stream. Cut me some slack. But no, that I'm actually really glad that she did that. It was still not a great match, but it was still a nice tribute.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't catch it either. You know, all right, sorry. But at the end of the day, I mean, I don't care what you're wearing. I don't care how much, you know, what you make your hair look like. I don't care. I want you to get in there and wrestle and prove to us that, you know, you're this big star. And I don't feel like it happened. I don't think it has happened.
Yeah, I saw a lot of people that were really over the moon about that match. And I'm like, I don't. To me, like I called out even on the stream of she still did the tribute and everything, but she came out even at the end and was hot dog and grandstanding. And I know it was a great moment for her and everything, but it wasn't a great match. I don't feel. I think if you're viewing that as a great match to me, you're looking at it through the eyes of, well, she got to say, screw you, WWE, with that. She got to have her little moment in the sun. That's great, but it wasn't.
I guess. Right? I mean, I guess. Now, just on a quick side note, Nick, while we're on a commercial here, I did have to, you know, I just wanted to, we like to check our sources. So, tabernacle, another blasphemous swear word as it comes from tabernacle, which is a small piece of furniture where the hosts are stored. It can be translated as holy shit or holy F. I don't get I don't know how we get from small furniture.
You don't even know your own, like your country doesn't even know its own language. Then again,
I always understood it as the F word. Like if someone says tabernacle, they're kind of throwing an F in there, right?
Fair enough.
So I'm close, but officially it's a piece of furniture that can be translated to holy shit or holy F.
So I either work for IKEA or I'm a blasphemer.
A bit of both.
Because I'm either dealing with furniture or I'm swearing.
Right. So now we know we want to be educational here. So that is your Sesame Street edition.
Canadian Facts with KJ.
Right. Canadian Facts with KJ. There's a whole bunch of other curse words here, but we won't get into this.
No, I want to know them. We'll get them past the YouTube algorithm. Oh, Sami with an elbow off the top.
So yeah, now we officially know. It can be loosely translated.
Did you know that? Now you know.
Now you know. Canada's favorite son right now. Well, it ain't Justin Trudeau, that's for fucking sure.
Oh.
It's not. I didn't give an opinion. It's just the way it is. He's not that popular at the moment.
Two count. And remember, KJ, knowing is half the battle.
Right?
G.I. KJ.
G.I. KJ. Hi. Never mind. H-I-G-I. KJ.
Reading Rainbow.
Oh my God. Take a look. It's in a book. Anyway, back to the wrestling, folks. We have a near fall for Sami.
Nope, probably me.
Here you go. C Money's all over it.
So, all right. So either way, I'm swearing in French.
Yeah, you're saying like it's blasphemous. It's
I'm a blasphemer as Tope Suicida.
It's definitely not like this is my tabernacle. Like, that's gonna get you in trouble. Sami over the top. Tope Canadiano.
Air Canada right there.
Air Canada, I'll show you.
Right.
Now we just got the chat going live. Like we're like educate all of us. John's like, it's from the church. That explains why I'm struggling with it.
Well, we are always here for a conversation with the congregation. So I guess you are your church of wrestling here. What? Hey, technically I'm an ordained minister in 2 different religions.
It's a description for a drunk that morphed into okay, so all right. Folklore everywhere. I like it.
Right. Everybody's just
everyone's got a different form of it.
It's become the like New Jersey Devil or something like that. The Sasquatch in the channel. What does tabernacle means? No one knows, but it's provocative and it gets the people going.
Yeah, Victor.
Oh,
Bailey
Deep
also
six.
Naomi was at Battle in the Valley. Yes. Did you see Bailey's suit?
Yes. I was like,
that's a friend.
I dig it. Holla, holla, holla.
You got a friend to me. Like, come on now. She like.
Oh, that was still. I would have rocked that shit.
Yeah,
Money Mayweather said rock it out like Conor McGregor. Christ, I'm the one that bought that. I'm better than you, and you know it. Button up from MJF.
It's a true story. Can't even. Yeah, it's true.
Right.
Oh, Sami with a kick out on the deep six. I love that move personally. I think Baron Corbin has some tools in his toolbox, and we got about 40 people hanging around right now. You can tell me if I'm crazy. Have they just booked this guy into a
again?
But he's got talent.
1, 2, 3 count.
Never mind.
See, I got it in good French too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
That's what I want to hear.
This, but
that happened quick. Never mind, guys. Corbin sucks.
Hey, he's a fantastic. If you want to use his moves as a preset or whatever for your creator wrestler on 2K, the fucking end of days and the deep six are badass looking moves. Unfortunately,
aren't they?
Yeah, you just were getting over the deep six. You just sat there and said how it's a badass move and everything.
It is.
It looks awesome, right?
I like it.
It just for whatever reason, the man is like a solar panel. He just absorbs heat and just makes energy towards other people. He can't get himself the fuck over. He just takes in the fucking heat and just does fuck all.
Bill, your solo apparently working.
Right.
Knockout by Sami. Yeah, Sami blows his head off. So for the second week in a row, Corbin is annihilated.
Larry's counting down, and I believe Japanese. Ishni-san.
Corbin right now looking at the sky going tabernacle. But other than
tabernacle.
Well, I'm about to find out how YouTube feels about that word. Trust me. I have never tested this one before.
Well, we're listed as a Canadian channel, so the world it's going to get interesting. Put Corbin back to the Performance Center. Oh, maybe Corbin goes to NXT like Jinder. Don't hinder the Jinder.
Don't hinder the Jinder.
No, I can see Corbin going down there. Or like I said, JV's idea wasn't half bad if you put him with Cross. If Cross is kind of floating like dust in the wind there of getting caught up with Rey Mysterio and everything.
Man, it's Rey Mysterio and The Miz. If you hear their music come out around like somebody you like, it's like Jericho. Like those are three people that if you hear their music associated with somebody that you're cheering for, just fucking give up now because it's gonna burn you right out trying to cheer for it.
Yeah, it's one of those of like, well, I've just slid down the card now.
Oh, you're like, shit. They're not like Cross lost to Mysterio. We already gave Vince shit for giving him that loss to Jeff Hardy.
Right. And we know Ray's supposed to be setting up for Dom. Why is he dealing with Cross?
And beating him.
Fair enough. And see, I'll let you read this one because you're Canadian. You might get away with it more than I will. Yeah, see,
you're gonna get me in trouble. You're gonna get me in trouble, see, buddy.
But we're setting up for a backstage interview with Dom and Rhea.
With Dom and Rhea.
Mommy and not Poppy.
She is one of the best superstars in all of wrestling right now. Truth.
Fair enough. Even if she does dress like a goth chick there, Vince Russo.
Yeah, well, he's out to lunch on that one. That's just old man going like, all you kids with your pants hanging low and the hippity hopping.
With your hipping and your hopping and your bipping and your bopping.
Right. That's all that is, bro. Right, bro?
Right.
Yeah, no. Sorry, Vince. You're I know it's not as up to date and exciting as a something on a pole match. I bet if it was a goth chick on a pole match, he'd be all for it. But fuck.
A Hot Topic gift card on a pole match.
Yes, let's go. But yeah, no, I mean, Vince is wrong on this one. She looks amazing. The fact that she is a bit of goth style. Listen, we've had Vince McMahon and Vince Russo and guys like that shove the same type of woman our direction for quite a while. So when we get something out of the norm, it's nice to see. And you know what? She's beautiful. She's attractive. She's sexy. You call her whatever you want. Call her all the above. But she's outstanding in the ring. She's great with her character. And she is one of the biggest badasses you have. So, sorry, I don't think she needs to change her look. When she was just another blonde, she couldn't break into the industry. There you
Fair
go.
enough. I just will. I'll pull up Steamer's comment. If you're watching, you can read it. But yeah, it just made me pop a little bit.
Wait.
Nope. What the jazz is all about. Yeah, I like being on YouTube, so I don't want to say it too much. Not goth, metalhead, big difference. Yeah, okay, so that's like the difference between being, I'm not goth, I'm emo, or I'm metal. Like y'all same shit, and I'm halfway there. So I mean,
yeah, listen, yeah, like
let's not split hairs.
I'm all for the metal. Let's go. Like, what the fuck are we doing? Like, again, I don't get what Vince's premise is. Right? It's like, again, would you rather have Sable come out and wrestle a match? Even in her prime, which whatever the fuck that was.
Did she have a prime?
Well, I want to be very careful because Brock lives here now and he can find
you might just hear.
I don't want my fucking roof just to go missing, right? Just
right.
What'd you say?
Well, happens. Do you see him cut that off of after when he was walking out of Elimination Chamber?
Right? Or do we want to go back
to happens?
Right? Do we want to go back to like the fucking Bellas and the lingerie models? No.
Yeah, no. Johnny ain't still work here no more.
Right? Like, I'm happy with what we're getting now. Like, the Rhea Ripley's. I wish Bayley would be booked better because I think she has more to offer.
Right.
Piper Nivens finally picks up a fucking big win and a new name. She's not Dewey anymore.
Yeah. Out of control saying, hope y'all ready for Roman to disappear into the Royal Rumble after Mania. That's going to be an interesting question of if Roman loses to Cody at Mania, what do you do with Roman then?
I think he fades off. Or somebody in the chat, Mr. Matthew, suggested that somehow it would bleed into like a Jay versus Roman at SummerSlam kind of thing. Like, he's very sparse, but you give it a couple months and it's Jay versus Roman. No belts involved because the belts are gone. Yeah, I don't know if you can have Roman around. Like, I think he needs to take a break at some point.
Interesting. Well, that is a valid point. It's a weird thing to talk about when we've had Roman at the top of the card for 900 days plus.
Forever.
But maybe he goes to Hollywood. But yeah, it would be interesting. If I could see maybe if they hold off the Jay thing, but it's going to be interesting. Of theoretically, the Bloodline loses all of their titles in the same weekend.
That would be insane. Like, it would be a complete dismantling. So part of me wonders if that can't be the case, right? Like, you had I get it. You had this big run, but it should like disintegrate opposed to explode. Now, if you want to just rip the Band-Aid off and get it over with, that would be one way to do it.
Fair enough. So we've got Rhea and Dom backstage right now. And Dom, I swear, day by day looks more and more like Eddie Guerrero.
It's so funny. Like,
I need a DNA test.
Yeah, like, I know it's not funny, and I know people have jumped out and said, like, we're tired of this, but come on.
I mean, I know the man was kind of his uncle and everything, but shit.
Crazy things happen at parties.
Right. Do something strange for a little piece of change.
Right. I'm not. Never mind. I almost made a highly inappropriate joke.
No, you're fair enough. But no, he looks way more serious, way more credible. And I don't know if it's just, you were around Eddie enough. You just got to grow a mullet and you somehow become Eddie Guerrero. But yeah, it's just.
He's getting bigger, though.
Breakout star a little bit.
He has become a breakout. You cannot deny. Like, people are still, dude, you and I sat on streams for hours just talking about send this kid to fucking NXT. Right. Why are we dealing with this? Why do we got to watch this shit? It's bad. But since since Rhea Ripley, it's been great. Plus, he started getting more ink. They gave him a nicer shirt, not the spandex. They fucking made him like, he gave him a character. It's a bullshit character, but it makes you like the Heat when he starts whining about being in jail and how hard he is. Like, get out of here. It's ridiculous, but it's awesome.
Oh, yeah. Well, speaking of awesome, Rhea right now talking about how she's going to be leaving WrestleMania as the new SmackDown Women's Champion. And does anyone doubt that? Because I sure as hell don't.
I find myself highly inclined to agree.
Right. Prison changes a man. Yeah, ask Martha Stewart. Roman and Rhea are the best. Fair enough. We got the R&R connection right now running WWE. Corbin, what up? Apparently, he made this man laugh so hard he passed away. He's gone to the great judgment day in the sky.
Did you die today?
You had that day, but did you die? Do you think Asuka will defeat Bianca Belair at Mania?
I like the graphics. I like how they're doing it in the movie posters. I can't wait, dude. I'm pumped. We were looking at our calendar today, and it's full.
Oh yeah,
and we're trying to fill it.
Pause. Yeah, no, we did 8 hours on Saturday of covering Elimination Chamber, Battle in the Valley, GCW. Absolutely. But I did ask you a question. Why?
No, what's the question?
Well, Damon was asking if you think Oscar will defeat Bianca at Mania, and then you went on your whole Mania spiel.
I was talking about Hollywood. I think so. I think Asuka should beat Belair. I think Belair's due, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Belair and Montez would be really good heels.
Oh, absolutely.
Especially with the show coming
out. Yeah, they do on Hulu.
Right? So
do you get them over? Do you do another heel show when you already have Miz and Maurice? You'd want them being the smiling baby faces.
Are they going to continue to be the smiling? Like, she needs to mix it up. Like, she really does. And I think she's a phenomenal athlete. I think she's not great on the microphone. And listen, there is a time and place for the baby face not to fucking smile, not to swing your hair. Come out serious. Come out with it rolled into a bun so we know you're really pissed. You can't even swing it. Like,
no, but then how will she whip people with it?
Well, touche. But you need some range. She's a one-trick pony, and it gets tiring.
Well, speaking of someone who's not a one-trick pony, granted, as I have Austin Theory on my screen, but also Asuka's the only female to have won the Money in the Bank, Royal Rumble, and the Elimination Chamber as well. So how do you bet against her, especially when now she's come back halfway with the Kana gimmick?
Well, yes, and I think the Kana gimmick helps. And you said all those accomplishments, but it hasn't really amounted to like a really stellar WWE championship run, right? Like, you're not like, oh man, do you remember in 2018 when Asuka did? There hasn't been a lot of that. So you want to see these moments pay off. So if she kills at Mania, her and Belair have a great match.
Yeah. Oh, Asuka's always been a victim of Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair. I feel like, of being in that scene at that time of. She got gifted the title when Becky had to go away because she was pregnant and everything. But Jay West says, didn't Belair start as a heel in NXT? Yes, but she got called up to the main roster fairly quick.
She did.
So she didn't have a ton of time in NXT as a heel. I mean, it was great what she did, but it's been so long since we've seen that.
Yeah, I would argue that the EST shtick started as a heel, where she was being braggadocious. She was like,
right,
I'm the EST of this, that, the other thing. She had an attitude about it, and I thought it was great. I really did.
Absolutely. But speaking of, well, this almost goes hand in hand, as I've got Zigglypuff, the man, the good hand that won't go anywhere on WWE, and Out of Control, saying, how does The Weeknd always manage to be the theme song for Mania?
The Weeknd's like the theme song for fucking every major event. Have you noticed yet?
And well, you hear it in the grocery store. It's like the ultimate PG-friendly music of it's just it kind of just has a beat to it, and it says nothing offensive. Unlike us.
Is that what it is?
Literally, it's like I said, it's the Dolph Ziggler of music.
The Dolph Ziggler of music. Okay. I can't go there with you. I'm kidding. I gotta support the guy. A little better than that. I think he's good, man.
I think that hates me right now. Of like, this man is massacring our language. He's shitting on our music.
Well, maybe The Weeknd tunes in and he wants to do an interview.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
We got lucky once.
Oh, that's what you said. Of just go ahead, keep making fun of people.
Well, just keep
I won't get heat ever.
No,
I'm across a dark alley and get beat up by 3 wrestlers.
Yeah. I only try and make fun of the ones that I think are bigger than.
Wait, so then that is
right.
No, that's cool with that one. Of that, don't pair me in with that man right there.
Right.
But no, I like JV's coming here as we are in commercial right now. Of Kevin Patrick sounds as if he's one of Jeff Dunham's puppets come to life. Well, that's why we are here, folks. We are the alternative commentary for anything and everything when it comes to pro wrestling. So that way you don't have to hear the Kevin Patricks, the Mike Adamleys, the Excaliburs, all of those terrible, the Byron Saxtons even, no offense, Byron, but you're kind of a soundboard at this point.
They got Patrick and Byron together on main event. It is like, it almost should be like that, like the world just implodes when they touch.
No,
right? Like,
that's what you play. That's what you put on when you need to take a nap. Like that one noise machine.
Golf coverage.
I'd like to hear the grass grow.
Right? Like, man, it's bad. And I can't listen. I mean, I can, but it's not good. It's not good. There's just no emotion to it. You got to sell me on something's exciting, and you can't. It's just not in you.
Absolutely, folks. But we are always good, even at times when the wrestling sucks, or we're here 8 hours, 9 hours hot on a stream and everything, and the rails completely fall off. Even so much that we get over with the wrestlers, we're potentially saying some derogatory things about. But no, absolutely, folks. It's always a party whenever we're on here, covering anything and everything, talking about anything and everything, and just having a goddamn good time while we're doing it.
You know what it is, Nick? We call it the way we see it, and we're not always right.
Facts.
We're not always right.
But we admit when we're wrong too.
We're just talking out of our ass, but we shoot from the hip. And,
vitamins.
Listen, if you're going to be. Listen, I'll give Cole all the marks in the world because he could have been pouty. He could have been upset. He could have pulled a Ryback.
Oh, no, I straight up talked to him of like, dude, we good, my guy?
Great
and everything
dude.
Like that.
Great dude.
Oh, yeah, fantastic. And you got that. It's
you gotta have thick skin, man.
It's having fun, shoot the shit, watching some wrestling, having a good time.
Gotta have thick skin to do what he does and do, put yourself out there. So.
Is that a deathmatch pun there?
Yes, it was. It was pretty good.
I'm glad I got it.
I feel like this is time for me to take a break on this match. I'll go early because who the fuck wants to see this? Do you feel like they're beating the alley horse to death? Like that's going to get translated poorly.
Yeah.
Do you think they're just like going to the well with this kid and he just can't. There's just something missing.
They won't let him do what he wants to do. What
does he want to do? Because he bores the shit out of me.
I think there's a lot of potential there. I just don't know if he's almost one of those people that needs to go to a AEW, an Impact, or anything like that, just to get a different change of energy, a different change of pace, or something like that. And I don't want to keep talking about it. Almost looked at as a demotion of people going to NXT, but if they do look at it as a bit of a talent trade and everything.
Well, you do it as a reset sometimes, right? Like when they keep marching the same people out, and you're like, oh, here they come again. Here they come again. And nothing changes about their attitude, their personality, their approach. And sometimes when you're stuck in it, it's hard to change that. You're like, I'm doing better. I put more passion into it, but you sound exactly the same to all of us. A perfect example is a guy like TJP. Came to WWE, was a little underused, but a little flat when he was used. Had a good run in Impact. Has had a great run in Japan, and he's done great things with Osprey and United Empire. But he's got a new attitude, a new chip on his shoulder, a new confidence. Sometimes you got to go away to find it.
Yeah, fair enough. But I with the whole Ali hasn't changed. I think he's constantly tried to change. It's just it's one step forward, one step back with him. He'll kind of get halfway a semi-push, and then he'll lose like 5 matches in a row.
Well, listen, they did him dirty with Bobby Lashley, and I'm not even a fan. So,
yeah, but folks, we do have Dolph Ziggler versus Mustafa Ali. KJ might make it through this match. You might not.
I don't think I am.
Fair enough.
I think I'm going to pause for the cause on this one. This is a good one. You're going to make.
Take your pause then, sir. But absolutely, folks. So I'm here watching Dolph Ziggler versus Mustafa Ali. Let me know who you're taking, whether you're taking Ali or you're taking Zigglypuff. Where was it? I am how many viewers I think we got watching right now? About 34. There, we'll go with that. Which we should still keep growing, folks. But be a friend, tell a friend. If you really want to know, a little awkward. But
dude, I was literally talking to you, not realizing I had been clicked away.
Fair enough. But John saying right here, it's a battle of the glorified jobbers. Yay. No, I think they're very much the how can I say this nicely? I don't need to get myself in more trouble, but they're somebody that you can almost always have a good match with and everything. It's Val Venus versus Billy Gunn, I feel a little bit to an extent of they both have characters. They both were up there at one point. We have a former, I believe, cruiserweight champion versus a former world champion. But at this point, they're really kind of just where they're at, I feel like, unfortunately, with the WWE system as, Ziggler goes for a famouser as Ali blocks it. The most devastating move in professional wrestling for a surprise roll-up. So, see, KJ, you took a pause at the wrong time. You paused in the quickest match of the night, I feel. Grandmaster says Ziggler is a joke, in my opinion. Like I said, to me, I think Ziggler can always have a good match. Like his match in Braun Breaker wasn't bad. These are guys that somehow fit more in that slot of to go back down to an NXT. Like I said, like Jinder. Jinder went down to NXT and he feels instantly revitalized. We haven't seen him on TV and all of that, but he does instantly seem like almost a legitimate threat to say towards Braun Breaker for the title. I know some people may, scoff at that of, they're going to just push Braun until they decide to move him up. But he's already lost it once and gained it back. So there's nothing saying it won't happen again. Bobby saying Val Venus was the IC champ. Yes, and so was Billy Gunn. Christ, I forgot who I was talking about, who I could put him in a match with there. And even Billy Gunn was King of the Ring, as I've got Miz and Maurice right now backstage. Maurice gave Miz a gift. Oh, and they're even bigging up how read the room. So Miz has got some news from Maurice, but he's going to announce it on Miz TV because this news is for him, not even for Kathy Kelly, I believe her name is, that's interviewing him, and all of that. Is he having like kid number 2, 3, 4 maybe at this time? But he said it was bigger than his half-court winning shot, which if anyone watched the NBA Celebrity All-Star game, that was a hell of a shot by Miz, and damn shame on the refs that they didn't count that. But goddamn, Miz Curry out there, I guess. Bobby says Ali wins. Yes, he did by the most devastating move in professional wrestling, the surprise roll-up. Dolph Ziggler gives good advice. She might want to start trying to take it. Fair enough, Terrence. I don't know who we're talking about. Ziggler was the stuff back in 2013, 2014. Yeah, well, he was even good when they had him as U.S. champion. And then he just decided to take an extended vacation for some reason. So we've got Maurice and Miz being very intimate and all of that, I guess. Very passionate and all smoochy. But up next, we've got Cody Rhodes coming out to talk. But it seems like either, like I said, of either the Miz announcing that he's having another kid, or they're going to do something like renew their vows at WrestleMania or something, especially because it's in Hollywood and Miz is, WWE's version of Johnny Cage. But where was it? Like Matt said, Jinder over Braun. Well, speaking of Jinder over Braun, KJ, did you just say he's pregnant? What in the Rudy Blue hell? But yes, tomorrow night we'll be here for NXT Live. We've got the Heartbreak Chick, which apparently she got that cleared by HBK, JC Jane on, and we're also going to have, like the comment there of match taking Jinder already over Braun, or at least saying he's greater than. But we're going to have Jinder Mahal, the modern day Maharaja, don't hinder the Jinder, versus Braun Breaker for the NXT World Title. But folks, I am Big Nick. We are the Wrestling for Life Network. I am on a commercial break right now. How the hell are you doing on a Monday night? Yeah, Dale, you don't goofed, you don't messed up. All right, the American is in the house. I don't know if you're talking about me, Bobby, or if you're talking about Cody Rhodes, but I guess maybe some people might call me the American Nightmare. I don't know, but we'll get to hear adrenaline in my soul. Something, Cody Rhodes. When is one of these backstage interviews going to grill Cody over the neck tattoo? Like, seriously, who thought that was a good idea? See, Money, you speak the truth of that. That's always been a awful tattoo. If it was a dark day, I feel, for the Rhodes family of when Cody got that tattoo. And I mean, good on him. He just, won't hold back on it, but it looks so awkward. It's like Austin Powers there with the Mo. The heartbreak chick. Yes, Bobby. That's apparently what JC Jane, even though I've said that she's kind of the Marty Jannetty of this whole situation, because of course everybody's going to want to cheer for Gigi in this whole thing anyways. So she's got to get over as the baby face, but JC Jane's pretty much to me the Marty Jannetty of this situation, but she's apparently going now by the moniker of the heartbreak chick. Because that was very intentional for everyone that made that drawing comparison to the breakup of the Rockers, where Sean put Marty through Brutus the Barber Beefcake's window and everything. Or for those of a different view, Marty tried to escape because he was so afraid of Sean, he jumped through the window. But that's what they were doing with Toxic Attraction, breaking up. And Gigi, to me, unfortunately, and it's the honest way I can put it, is the star out of that situation. And maybe this is JC's chance to really kind of show herself, but we'll have to see. Tune in to NXT when we're here live for that, like I said, or like KJ even mentioned earlier, and I've talked about, of right after NXT, we've got our interview premiering with Cole Radrick as well. I haven't even seen it yet. I wasn't there for that, I guess maybe, just for the sake of everything. So we'll have to see and what Cole might have said about me or anything with that, or how he felt about maybe some things I might have said. So we'll have to tune in for that. And then we're back here for Dynamite. What? Back here Thursday with Luna Havoc for Impact. What? And then Friday, we are here for SmackDown Rampage as well. And I think there's a TNA pay-per-view as well. And then Saturday, I'm sure we'll be here for something. I'm sure there's some GCW, some Wrestling Revolver, something, some New Japan, anything. Undisputed champion of social media. Videos featuring Roman and Sami Zayn from Elimination Chamber have generated nearly 20 million views across WWE's social platforms. So it's interesting now that WWE brags about social media trends and clicks and everything versus ratings. You never hear those numbers mentioned. Even at times you don't hear the attendance number mentioned too much. But we've got Cody coming out right now with adrenaline in my soul. Curtis is a fan, I guess, of the heartbreak chick. Larry just talking about money, huh? That's why I meant Big Nick. The American Nightmare is in the house. Fair enough. I thought you were trying to get me over. What? It's the moly thing he could have possibly done. Yes. See, Money, you kindred spirit right there, my guy. You get my jokes. At least someone does. But yes, Cody coming out here again. And has he only had one match since he's been back? Or was his one match the Rumble? I'm almost trying to struggle if he's even had a match since then. But we've got the American Nightmare in Canada. But when's this man going to actually have a match or something here? I feel like it's been always promo of here's where he's going to talk about how he's going to beat Roman, and he's so sad that Sami lost, and he just wishes that him and KO could patch things up right here in Ontario, in Ottawa, Canada, and right here with the Wrasslin for Life Network. Cheap McFoley Pop. JSU versus the Dia tomorrow night on NXT as well. Just got announced. Thank you, Damien. Man, always let me know on anything and everything, I guess, on all the cards for pro wrestling. But Kaylee Rose had a bad rivalry with Isla Dawn. Well, Alba Fire, yeah, they had a feud. Well, I think it was a halfway decent feud. I wish it's interesting that they now have made them a tag team. Here comes Cody. I do like Cody coming out in suits. Well, I'm waiting for him to make his own 4 horsemen in WWE at this point. Wrestling has more than one neck tattoo. Name another. Who sings Cody Rhodes theme music? Let me actually look that up for you. I can let you know that because I have it on my Apple Music here. It's either Kingdom or that's the name of the song. But here, I got you real quick here. Downstate is the band name, and the song is Kingdom. There you go. KJ had his fun facts about Tabernacle. I got my fun facts, I guess, about Cody Rhodes. Fitting the Canadian knows about Canadian shit, and I'm out here talking about the American Nightmare. Why? Kingdom is the name of the song. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Heyman. Oh, this man's out here in a neck brace, or he's on the screen in a neck brace after the stunner from KO. He looks so goofy holding both titles with a neck brace sitting there. Yes, Taker has neck tattoos as well. Yeah, he had to have one changed because of ex-wife. Thank you so much for telling me. Not a problem, Terrence. That's what we do. We are the Wrestling Channel.
Wait.
Fans. What?
Hi. Yeah, no, thank you. Hi. But you cannot compare The Undertaker's cool neck tattoos to Cody Rhodes' random, generic.
No, they were just naming another neck tattoo.
Oh, we're just naming one? I thought we were comparing. I was like,
no, we weren't comparing. We're just trying to name other ones.
Listen, I don't really love the idea of neck tattoos, but I mean, to each their own and to your glory, and depending on what you're doing. However,
the good old Canadian healthcare system is why Heyman's got a neck brace.
Right? There you go. It was free. If you're going to hurt yourself, do it in Canada.
Heyman, sir, you need to find yourself a little razor, a little Gillette there or something. You got a little bit of the gray stubblies going on.
It's all part of the
gimmick. Oh my God. This man's selling the neck brace.
Should. Why is he holding both belts though? Where's Roman?
He's the wise man. The wise man who can't sell a stunner or land any punches in him. He just Man,
I mean, listen, Paul took it better than Vince. I mean, he took one knee on it though, but he did sell it as he rolled over a little bit.
Well, anyone could take it better than Vince. I think a mannequin could take it better than Vince.
Vince has taken so many stunners and he sucked at all of them.
Right.
All of them.
But Heyman right now telling Cody, you can't beat Roman Reigns.
So does this feel like they're truly transitioning Sami out of that picture? Does it specifically becoming Cody Roman?
We're going to have the story of the Usos and Jay being conflicted and Sami and KO trying to get reunited. That's going to be the story going into Mania. And now we're transitioning fully to Cody versus Roman.
That's what it feels like, right? So
right.
The Sami fans right now might not be thrilled. You might be a touch loud, my friend.
Oh, fair enough. Well, I was trying to listen to Heyman.
Yeah, I mean, it's Paul. I get you.
All right. Have you ever heard the phrase indentured servitude? Where the hell are we going here, Paul?
Do I have to Google something else? Jesus.
No, I know what that means. But why are we bringing that up?
Because he's going somewhere with it.
Because Roman Reigns has the wise men. Roman Reigns has the special counsel. That's why he'll beat Cody Rhodes.
What if Cody had the special counsel, the wise men?
Oh my God! Paul's about to say he's gonna work for Cody. Oh, If you beat Roman Reigns for these,
you get me?
You won't get me. What the hell are we talking about here? Maybe we are going to get Heyman turns and he joins Cody.
Cody will beat Roman at Mania. Paul.
Pause.
Paul. Right?
So they're talking. Well, Heyman's breaking down Roman's schedule of 30 days a year, doing this.
Closest tattoo to Cody's tat was Tyson's face tat. I think Tyson's face tat grew on everybody. 1, 2. I just think Cody's neck tat it's not that it's a neck tattoo. It's on who it's on. It's so random. He looks like a politician.
It's your logo,
right? Well,
that's what it is. It'd be like if I got a face tattoo like of the Wrasslin for Life logo.
I mean, don't tempt me, bro. I might do it.
My guy, I swear to God, I might be a little hard to take you seriously.
Again, right here, right there. Right behind the beard, you can't see it.
Yeah, but no, I'm saying like straight like cheek tattoo.
No, you can't do a cheek tattoo. That's a bold decision. You got to be set and know where you're going with life if you get a face tattoo. It's like Post, right?
So Paul right now landed in hard and heavy, Paul, about how all of this time away doing all of this and that away from your family is that the sacrifice you're willing to make for these titles.
They got him totally squished in that fucking neck brace.
Oh, well, I think that might be the unfortunate multiple chins and everything like that. No offense to Mr. Heyman, but he isn't the most slender of figures.
Paul Heyman is hilarious. Roman is a happily married man, but I'm not.
But they keep going about how it's not personal and everything. But then Heyman's saying, that's at that moment, Mr. Rhodes, you're going to find that you're in your own personal nightmare. Your WrestleMania dreams, have become your own personal nightmare.
Paul still a beast on that microphone.
And then takes off the earpiece or the mic even off of the neck brace and just swings it around.
All right, Cody's having a moment. Cody chant. Cody turning into the Joker.
Now he's gonna get the little dusty eyes, the little tears. He had to squirt the little visor.
Right, he had to give himself
tears going. Right, got the little.
Heyman is my personal Oswald Cobblepot.
It is a perfect Oswald Cobblepot. Yes, fair enough. I've seen people do that, like kind of mock art and everything of him as the Penguin.
Right? Yeah, Cody would be the Riddler. Let's go.
Oh, he'd be Two-Face. Fuck is you talking about?
Two-Face is a good shout. I like that one. It was just a little twitchy face thing he was doing, kind of gave me Riddler.
One side's the one with the tattoo, and the other's the one without the tattoo.
That's what is. Yeah, the tattoo just grows to one side.
Right. Cody's saying, I beat you at WrestleMania. So, a good segment, not as good as their past one, but a good segment between Cody and Paul. Interesting. But this is how you make it last, and we haven't had Cody versus Roman talk face to face.
Yeah, we're building towards you're just getting the messenger right now, right? Now, again, like you said, not as good for a couple of reasons. A, Paul was on screen.
Right.
And B, we once you get that first one, everything else is going to fizzle a little bit. But I do think that it was another good step. I'm really curious how the fans out there feel about the idea that they're literally trailing away. They're just drifting from Cody, from Sami being involved with Roman.
Well, JV brings up a good point right here of how is it me or is the crowd a bit flat for Rhodes? Well, it is in Canada a little bit of the Bizarro land. So, and of course, though, that's what I think WWE has to be worried about, though, that people start to just want to see Sami more involved in it, or even Jay, before they want to see Cody.
Yeah, I mean, I completely agree with that, Nick. I mean, I think that's been the big fear. Sami is over his shit, and we all know that. That's obvious. I'm not telling anybody anything they don't know. But now that he's in this position, the WWE's in a pickle. We've been building towards Mania for so long. We know the story, and shit. Do we pull and go the other way with it, or do we stick to the plan? That's the pickle they're in. Because maybe the crowd will be flat. I'm really curious to see Friday or next week when they get back to the US how the crowd responds to Cody. They are a little flat. Their Canadian hero was already on, and they would rather see him with the belt.
Well, and to see how they also respond to Sami as well, as we talked about earlier, because they're in Canada. As we've got Asuka coming out right now.
Look.
Who's she facing? She's facing Nikki Cross. So we've got crazy on crazy.
Crazy on crazy.
Well, then this crazy is going to take a pause. Bye.
All right. So Nick is taking a sponsored pause for the cause, folks, and I will roll through the next few minutes here until he gets back. Up next, we get Asuka. We get Nikki Cross. I'm happy that we get Crazy Nikki back. They haven't done much with her yet, but she's been involved in things, so that's all right. Still not quite sure why she's following Candice LeRae around, but you can imagine where that's going. And Asuka wins the Elimination Chamber, as a lot of people predicted. You guys can get your prediction for this match in the chat, like I believe Dale has just done. But, get your predictions in, because I imagine Asuka's going to win this. It only makes sense that she wins this. And I really like her chances at WrestleMania. Where were we with this? Batman needs his rogue gallery of villains to battle. Good faces need great heels. It's a true story. That's where we talked about when you're putting all this together. By the way, I'm getting Seth Rollins in his Joker. I do like Becky's part in this. Have you guys seen this yet? What do you guys think? Give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down on Seth as the Joker, Becky as Catwoman, or Batman, or both. I don't fucking know. They did it perfect. They put Heyman, the man with all the heat, to try and get cheers behind Cody. It didn't work. Crowd was silent. That's an interesting factor. Now, I'm curious if that's a Canadian factor. We will find out. But this could be a problem for Cody. Are people so invested in Sami? Like, if Cody and Roman get in the ring, are the fans going to start chanting Sami? Heyman in the brace looks like a mad dog from the Leprechaun in Space. There you go. That's hilarious. But listen, Heyman's absolutely phenomenal. He will go down in history as one of the best that ever touched a microphone in all of wrestling. People have mixed emotions about Paul for various reasons. Strictly focusing on what he brings to the table for entertainment value, he is second to none, especially for somebody that doesn't wrestle. Right? He is one of the pure, true managers we still have left, and he's outstanding. You tell me. Like, I remember a few months ago, Bully Ray was like, I'd take Paulie down. No, my friend, I don't think so. You go hard at him. Bully's a great promo. Paul's different. He's too smart, too slick, knows what you're gonna say. Man, only if Asuka had a mouthpiece. I mean, if you go back to the Asuka that just destroyed everybody VHS, where, she had the streak, nobody ever beat her. All she had to tell you was, nobody's ready for Asuka. Nobody was. And that got her over enough. She just went in the ring, kicked ass, and went home. And that works. So I'd rather see her just minimize than be that over the top yelling anime style. Like I like her with this edge. She's very, doesn't say much, doesn't have to say much. And I think she's fine like this. I don't know if giving her a heater really works because is she always going to be bigger? Like, who should she work with? I mean, you could give her a manager, but would it really play well? And you're not going to partner up with another wrestler for the reason I said, as far as who's going to be bigger than her in the combo. So it's a weird dynamic. I don't know. I think just less is more with Asuka. Let her win. That's all you need. Asuka for the win. Bianca is ready for Asuka. Wait till Mania. Bobby, we'll be here live, man. We'll talk about it. We'll take your predictions at Mania. But right now, I'm leading Asuka heavy. I think Belair needs a pause, a breath, a break. Asuka for the win. I agree with you, Dale. Here and there. I'm shocked at this point they haven't made Nikki related somehow to Cross. I see what you did there. Yeah, no, we don't need to do that. Where's Eric Young? We know Impact Wrestling killed Eric Young. Now, is Eric Young just hold and wait, WrestleMania? We got to get through Mania. Then we can do a whole bunch of more things. Sorry, folks. That could be the case with Eric Young. Is it possible? Absolutely possible. I would like to see her involved in that again. I would like to see her back in that mix. That's my personal opinion. I like Nikki Cross. I think she's a badass. Almost a superhero was one of the most, I think it was super unfortunate. It just didn't work out. I give her good marks, though, folks. I know we bag on Nikki Ash, but here's a lady that wasn't getting booked. And there's this old saying, and I mean, it's very pertinent here in wrestling talk, but know your audience. Know who you're talking to. Understand that audience. So she figured out a gimmick that she could pitch, Bruce, Vince, whoever, that they would go for. Hey, I'm going to be a superhero, but I'm not quite a superhero. And da-da-da-da. It'll be cute. I'll be like the Hurricane. Oh, great. We did that in the 90s. Go. That's what I think happened. But I give her credit, but I'm happy to see her back as Crazy Nikki. Nobody is ready for Juggalos. Man, it's so... Nick, I hate it because I like what she's doing, man. I do. I like it. Asuka wins. All right. We'll see. Asuka all the way. Asuka and Alexa, like as a team? Why? I think Alexa's taking time off, which is disappointing because we were getting teases of howdy and then that just vanished. So the word is she's taking time away. Now here comes Nikki from Glasgow, Scotland. Oh, there you go. I got to go for a Scot, guys. I just have to. But she's unfortunately stuck in a win tonight, so I can't. Oh, that's unfortunate. Asuka all the way. Honestly, she would have been perfect with Heyman if Heyman had females around him. But all we know, that's a big pass. Cough, right? Yeah, I don't know. I still don't see it being a thing. I don't know if it has the right. I guess if he's just sending her out and talking, I guess he can do that with anybody. But yeah, all right. But yes, definitely usually a sausage. I mean, the bloodline, very, very sausage heavy. Asuka for the win. Oh, so they ring the bell and Belair's music hits. Even Corey's like, the bell already rang, Bianca. He's right. What are you doing? Who hit the music? The production crew was cool with this? Here she's skipping again. Larry, I'm waiting for the Lily is all elite. That's what I'm waiting for. I want that. Let's go. I agree with you. Absolutely. Why wouldn't it be? That's generally, that type of interruption would be generally a heel move. Unless somebody was just slow on the button. Hey, Bruce, hit the button. Ah! I don't know what happened, but it's really weird. Ding, ding, ding. Then have the entrance. And again, very grandstandy, usually a heel move. All right, so Balor sitting ringside. I'll let it slide. What else we got here, folks? Last time Maurice was with The Miz, accidentally caused him the match. Yeah, I mean, it comes in waves. She's there in little bits of time. I don't mind Maurice. I think she's a good heel, especially if she's not really taking part in the wrestling. I'm okay with it. And it's not that I mean, I just think it is what it is with the wrestling. But as a personality, I think she's solid. I think she gets a lot of heat. I think she's got the right kind of snobby attitude. Oh, Oscar kicks the pole. Where are we going? Here comes Bianca. I already got that. Come on, who isn't nuts? We're all a little bit crazy. That's for sure, Larry. Good choice. Good choice. So Asuka down and out as we head into the next commercial. And folks, I will take a minute to remind everybody, as my buddy Big Nick is on his break, that we are here all week long. If you haven't been here before, we are the Wrasslin for Life Network, as it says. And folks, you might find watch-alongs, watch parties, live streams. You might find things that look like this. They're not us. They don't grind at this level. We are here for all your favorite wrestling. We try to take very few nights off, but we are here all the damn time covering all your favorites. We just did an 8-hour stream last weekend. We got a triple header coming on Friday. Tomorrow, after NXT, we will do our NXT live stream. Right after that live stream, our exclusive interview with Cole Radrick, a great interview, a great guy, fun time. I mean, the guy was dancing before the show even kicked off. So go hit the bell. We'll go hit the bell. You never know when we're going to pop up, but make sure you join us for all the wrestling coverage. We got more coming your way. We got a couple things in the crock pot right now cooking that I think are going to be fun to bring to this channel. But yes, folks, we appreciate it. Thank you for being here as we're about halfway through the show tonight. And when we get back from the commercial, we will figure out what happens between Asuka and who is she fighting? And Nikki. But that all being said, yeah, we're here all week long, my friends.
Big things popping, little things stopping, up to something season never sleeps. Nobody does it like we do. Nobody gives you the personalities that we do, all of that.
That's right, folks. So thank you.
Often imitated, never replicated, never duplicated. What?
Welcome back.
Absolutely, absolutely. So I see I didn't really miss too much.
You didn't miss shit, actually.
Fair enough.
Not a damn thing that made it any matter. But I do appreciate coming back, fighting through whatever is going on in my face. So
no, you're good. It's the seasons are changing as we are 40 days out right now, folks, from WrestleMania. We are on the road. Follow the especially with it being WrestleMania in Hollywood. Follow the Yellow Brick Road. Follow the Yellow Brick Road.
I want to see that. I want to see that remake. I want to see Maxine.
Woggle.
No, I think you use like Rey Mysterio and Ali.
The other short guys. Okay. We represent the Lucha Pop Guild, the Lucha Pop Guild, the Lucha Pop Guild.
I like it.
We welcome you to Lucha Land.
Lucha Land. Yeah, let's go.
Well, I could have said something else, but no, I do. Because they aired it initially during Elimination Chamber where they had Seth Rollins coming out as the Joker and everything like that. And then we had Becky doing the Batman voice.
Yeah, I thought that was awesome.
I'm the man.
I am Batman.
You're Batman, but you're not disappearing. There we go. Batman finally pulled it off as I've got Asuka right now just striking. Nikki Cross right now. Big spinning back kick. Here's to 11 months of the most electrifying stream on YouTube. If you smell what the big Nick is cooking. Pat? Absolutely, Curtis. Thank you very much. I think we're still absolutely proof positive right there. Nobody does this at this level that we are. We're still under a year old and everything. And still, thank you to all of the subscribers that we already have and the new ones that hopefully we're about to get and everything like that. Still under a year old, over 1.36 subscribers, 1.3K, sorry. Christ, we've had before. We've got Money in the Bank was 9K, I think. What was it? We did another one just this past or last weekend that was like 10K, all of that. Absolutely. Could not be more excited for everything and anything going on with the channel. Like I said, even the wrestlers we're watching and covering are tuning into us. So why the hell aren't you? Why the hell aren't you subscribed? It's free, people. It costs you nothing. But if you do want to support the channel, if you do want to, make sure your comment gets read or anything, we do have the super chat, the super stickers, and we've even got a merch store and everything. And a Discord if you want to talk anything and everything when it comes to wrestling when we're not live, folks. So absolutely. We got our, fingers in all the crock pots, I guess is the term KJ was using there. So absolutely. Like I've said, big things popping, little things hopping, up to something season never sleeps. Why? You think Logan Paul will call it Seth Rollins the match versus the Miz or during the match? I think I kind of already did it during Elimination Chamber when he hit a buckshot lariat better than Hangman's probably ever done. As we get a big superplex, what? Off the top rope from Asuka. Actually, it's a DDT from the middle rope, Brett's rope, the most dangerous rope in professional wrestling. For a 2 count from Asuka onto Nikki Cross. But yeah, back to what you were asking, Damon. I think Logan already kind of called him out with hitting the buckshot lariat in the stomp. But right now, Asuka just pulling off them yes kicks straight to the chest of Nikki Cross. And I'm sorry. And this might even be potentially because initially at one point in time and maybe still closeted sort of, I was a fan of ICP and Twisted, all of that and everything. But every time I look at Asuka right now with this, the new Kana paint, I guess, and everything, I just pretty much see like Shaggy 2 Dope or something. But I'm glad that she's finally getting the push she actually deserves and that she's not we got to roll up for a 2 count. But in that she's not getting caught up in Becky's getting the momentum now at this time, or Charlotte's getting the push at this time. I still remember halfway being disappointed when she lost her streak to Charlotte. But so it's we got the Asuka lock. Nope. Rings of Saturn, actually. Yeah, is it a straight arm or is it a Rings of Saturn? It's a little bit of both. I love Asuka except her gear. The golden G-string gets no buys for me. What? But Asuka gets the win by tap out as Bianca claps at the commentary table. Crowd is snoozing a little bit. Fair enough. Yeah, I wonder, is it more because of Asuka or is it more because they just want to see someone new with the belt of they're kind of over Bianca at this point? Does Bianca still get the huge reactions that she was initially, even when she had that feud with Becky? Do you think WWE, as we've got a stare down right now between Bianca and Asuka, and here comes the obligatory point at WrestleMania sign. But do you think WWE could make Logan Paul their version of Kenny Omega? He has the blonde hair. Now he just needs the moveset. No, you can't just, slap, a moveset onto wrestlers, as now Bianca and Asuka are both pointing at the WrestleMania sign. And it feels like the episode of The Simpsons when they're dealing with Shelbyville and everything, as Asuka's laughing so hard she popped the mist capsule in her mouth. But yeah, it feels like the Shelbyville episode of
right.
Point harder, son.
Oh, Asuka's bleeding or drooling blue. Drooling blue.
I'm blue, da ba dee da ba da.
All right, so she didn't miss her. She just drooled.
Yeah, she laughed so hard she popped the capsule in her mouth.
Right? She's like, shit.
Right.
Mind games. See money. Oscar's got potential.
That's an understatement of a year.
Maybe. She might be
just a little bit. Speaking of potential, I think Carmella might have the potential of a wardrobe malfunction here with what she's wearing. But
yeah, she's not wrestling in that, I don't imagine.
Maybe. I'd be here for it.
This man. Oh, maybe.
I mean, do something strange for a little piece of change.
Right. I really like Creepy Asuka. I like her too. I really do.
I still honestly like Carmella's return and everything. I'm still holding out halfway hope. It feels like she's in this weird kind of holding pattern because of Rhea and Asuka.
Perhaps. Yeah, no, you're not necessarily wrong about that. I mean, it is a bit of there's a lot of names on the list, right?
Right. As I've got Seth right now talking tabernacle about Logan Paul. See, I had to slip it back in there.
Right. You had to slip it back in.
Pause.
Speaking of that.
Pause on that. Pause, actually. Pause.
Where is Bray Wyatt? I know we're getting a Firefly Funhouse, but what are we doing? Like, what is happening here?
He's gonna be in a feud with Bobby.
Well, is that where we're gonna go with this? Shit.
Well, I had seen one thing of Bobby saying, I guess, allegedly, of once I'm done with Brock, I'm coming for you creepy bastard.
Right. Okay.
But I've heard the rumors that they're gonna do a fourth match between Brock and Bobby, but do we get the Wyatt family or the Wyatt Six versus why am I blanking on
against her business?
Yes, there we go. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean that's highly possible, Nick. I mean, we've talked about it.
But do we want to see it? I don't want to see it. I
don't know. I want to see it. I really don't.
MVP cutting a promo against Bray
or Howdy.
Man, it's hard over here. And no, it's just gonna be awkward. Because MVP, I think, will probably just call out all of the nonsense.
Yeah, like Bobby Lashley, Bray Wyatt, or the Hurt Business versus the Wyatt Six at Mania.
We got to do that fast then, because we've so far got Wyatt 1.5.
Right? We don't even know what that is yet.
Right? Mella ain't worth a penny. Oh, that's rude.
That's not nice.
Poor Carmella. So this is this is a very interesting weekend of wrestling.
Yeah, I'd say
this
so.
was. Oh, sorry. I thought you were saying this is. No, this was 100%.
Very interesting. I mean, let's not forget, Jay White lost another loser leave town match, and
he's completely exiled from New Japan.
He is out. So where to? Some people said maybe it's AEW. A lot of people have speculated it was going to be WWE. A lot of renowned people have said it feels like WWE. It could be WWE. Whispers are it's WWE. Whew, I don't know.
I don't know, but I hope. Smoking the hopium.
Smoking the hopium.
But has anyone heard from R-Truth?
No, he
went the way of the 24/7 title, unfortunately.
Like he kind of did botch like that.
But still, though, that would have been the best way to end that title. You just throw it on his lap. You already missed the trash bin. It just falls onto his lap.
Right.
And he's getting wheeled off.
Yeah, I think so. Like, I really think they should have did something, but I
mean... No. Simon instantly. Yeah, he said, "What's up?
What's up? What's up?"
The man time forgot there with Ron Killings.
That's crazy. It really is crazy, dude. And he's still funny.
You go and watch that man when he was in NWA and TNA and everything. And that man, even when he was K-Quick and all of that, that man has not aged a day. I'm starting the theory now that R-Truth is a vampire. That's why he doesn't age.
He hasn't aged. I mean, it's so funny to hear K-Quick.
He just needs a mid-card title to maintain his sustenance to last him another 10 years.
Right? I mean, dude, I think at the end of the day, I think it's just a matter of he's just a staple. I think when he's healthy, I'd love to see him come back. And again, I don't mind him running around and watching R-Truth once in a while fuck around with the 24/7 title. It was when we started giving it to Reggie and Dana and Swibby and Swami and Swanson. Like, it was just too much. It was a nice gimmick with R-Truth. He made it good. It was like
I don't know if the longest reigning, but at least the most reigning 24/7 title holder. But it would still be even great of when he just pop up randomly and just be like in a segment.
Right? What was it?
He's sitting there in all the costumes and everything, or he'll just like pop out of like a briefcase or something backstage.
No, it was good, and I liked it. I really thought. I mean, yeah, to your point, they should retire it with him.
Right. Well, see, Pete right there. Pete Rosenberg held the 24/7 title. I think an official did as well. I know Alundra Blaze did as well. Who was the 24/7 champion?
Nobody.
The trash bin that Nikki almost threw it nearby. When she won it off of Dana Brooke. So actually, probably honestly, at this rate, Hacksaw Jim Duggan is the 24/7 champion, because if it's anything like in WCW, he just found it in a trash bin and he's just going, oh. At this rate, he honestly might have even had a previous 24/7 title reign, and I'm not aware of.
Probably, but what I would do, dude, literally, Truth should come running down to the ring with a referee in one hand and the garbage can in another, and pin the garbage can and reclaim his belt.
He just comes out, and little Jimmy's the special guest referee.
Right? There you go. Count it, Jimmy.
Yeah, Mayor Jacobs was a 24/7 title holder as well. And I like this. Little Jimmy is the current 24/7 title holder. Logan Paul's attack on Seth Rollins has been viewed over 5 million times.
Yeah, by Logan Paul and Seth Rollins.
By all the Paulites. What?
Hey. So what do you think? Logan Paul, Seth. Fans out there in the chat right now. Logan Paul versus Seth Mania. How are we feeling about this? Is it going to be a bust? Is Logan Paul going to be able to hang?
Logan Paul so far every time has shown out and showed up when he's been and put in a big time match, even when he was in a match in Saudi with Roman. Yep. So I don't discredit the man. If I may not like him, I may not want to see him weekly on my television, all of that. Yep. But the man, as far as a one match event, all of that man can go in the ring. Yep. Like I've already said, we even called it on Elimination Chamber. That man hit a buckshot lariat better than Adam Page.
Right? Oh no, his buckshot lariat looks so different because he's so tall and skinny. So it literally looks like that, like whoop, like the cartoon.
Yeah, but he can just whip himself over. He hits it faster. As I've got MVP cutting a promo with Omos.
He's talking to Brock Lesnar about
Omos is issuing a challenge to face who? Bobby or Brock? Brock? Oh Lord! Can he go to Suplex City? Will his feet be touching at the same time his shoulders are?
I want to see this F5 because he might land on the ropes. There might not be physically enough room to F5 him in that ring.
That much physical momentum, I think, might throw the earth off its axis and everything.
Shit.
That much big beefy boys slapping meat and everything, and that much put in rotation, that might get a little crazy.
Now, does this not feel like it's setting up like Omos fights Brock, but Bobby comes running out because he's pissed off?
Fair enough.
Does that not feel like we're kind of putting in that direction?
I'm still waiting, and I feel like we keep halfway teasing at it, but we haven't quite gotten there of the Hurt Business pairing back up with Bobby. We already had Bobby being kind of a heel during the contract signing and all of that, but we're not quite getting there.
Yeah, and I just feel like they've been flirting with it. At some point, you can only flirt so much.
Pull the trigger.
You gotta pull the trigger at some point.
Right.
Come on now.
As I've got the Miz out right now, and I'm getting Seth Rollins coming out.
Right? Oh.
The Miz wins worst dress contest.
Which is odd because he's got Seth involved. So good job, Seth.
Does mother know thou weareth her drapes? I don't feel like, honestly, Seth's probably the most tamed outfit he's had in a hot minute.
Yeah, look, he's
Miz is out here looking like a green apple, like Laffy Taffy.
I don't get, like, I'm so over like the band, like the fucking bandana
like
or
Naruto shit.
Yeah, like I'm so over it. Like, can you come up with something else? Like,
just Naruto run to the fucking ring then if you're gonna do that.
Go back to jorts or something. Like, fuck.
No, that's Cena.
Oh, yeah.
No, he's got to go to the Jinko shorts with the chain wallet and everything,
right?
And the fedora.
Pull a Jericho.
Who was the chick magnet?
Right, the chick magnet.
Better question is, what body part is Logan Paul going to injure this time against Seth?
Right? Hey, listen, that is the most cooperative ACL, PCL, MCL, all the L's tears that I've ever seen in my life.
Right. Whose fashion sense is worse, the Miz or Seth Rollins? Miz.
Define worse, though. Seth is definitely way out there. Miz is worse.
But so, folks, give us your predictions, whether you got Seth Rollins, whether you got the Miz. And I like JB's comment here of, well, they heard that Lesnar likes chopping trees. Well, I guess we'll see lumber being chopped. Pause.
Yes. I want to see an F5 on Omos. I want to see what it looks like.
What if they swerve us all and Brock brings back?
Oh, that would be the weirdest shit ever.
Omos and Brock, like, how do you win? How do you beat that?
This guy in like Canadian tuxedo hanging out with all these guys in
right,
looking sharp. He's like, "Come on, fellas!"
He's out there with the cowboy hat with the fucking tractor and everything.
You guys
he's out there with Omos, and he takes the tractor another round, another round. No.
Oh my!
Well, so who you taking, Seth Rollins or the Miz?
Seth.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Seth dumps Miz on the outside.
Does Marie still have the brick in her purse? Nope, just the Miz's bowls. Gigantic bowls.
Well, and we don't know what the news is. The I got a golden ticket.
I didn't fuck up, by the way. The Miz is like, I have news. I'm like, shit, he's pregnant.
So this man is right now wrestling a match with Seth Rollins while he's how many months pregnant? Allegedly. What in the name of Arnold Schwarzenegger? Are you just trying to cast the Miz in Junior right now?
I think so. Let's go all out.
No, don't do it. It's bad. Right? No.
It's 2023. Anything's possible.
No.
Seth wins. Seth wins.
Yes,
Seth for the win.
Seth. Fine.
I'm just trying to get over the last part we were talking about, our last bit.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, no, I'm all set with that.
Seth wins. It better not be a roll-up.
No, we already had that with Ali over Ziggler, your favorite match of the night.
Holy shit. Did you see that? Another roll-up. I was like, come on.
like I said, and it's not a gimmick, folks. The most devastating move in professional wrestling. You show me a move that wins more matches.
We got guys and girls kicking out of fucking everything. And they get caught up in that roll-up and they just become babies that can't coordinate shit.
Right. I can take 7 super kicks, a frog splash, a Canadian destroyer, and a Superman punch. But if you roll me up, I'm like a turtle on my back if I don't know what to fucking do.
Yeah, it's the funniest shit. Funniest shit. No, I hate it. But the problem here is, so if you're trying to have a really good match between Ali and Ziggler and you want Ali to get over, the roll-up win is shit. Because now what? Okay, so now what? Next week we're going to get Dolph and Ali too? We're just going to piss us off.
Electric Boogaloo?
Now we don't want to see Ali or Ziggler, which, I mean, did we before?
Well,
not helping.
Some of us may have wanted to. I wasn't fully opposed to it, but it's more of maybe not the best place to put it. Pause.
Lesnar in the Hurt Business would be the opposite of a swerve. Brock Jr. and Post Malone.
No, we've got Nost Malone on NXT and everything like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, if we get Brocky Jr.,
Why?
we've already kind of, I guess, gotten a sample of that of Brock
Oh, we
Lesnar
got Brocky
in the
Jr.
Hurt
already.
Business with not Lesnar
Yeah.
hanging out with Swerve.
Yeah, it's not Lesnar. Yeah, definitely. Fucking horrible. No, we don't need any more of that. I don't know.
It was bad when initially.
No, and I guess so we're calling oh, I see. I get it now, JV. I refer to him as blown up Tom McDonald because of Nick. So, that's a Nickism. But yeah, that's kind of how right, a few. But that's definitely how we refer to him. So the Post Malone went over my head.
Well, no, I instantly got where he's going. I think it's more of just because we've now also moved on. I think it might be either a Cliffism or a meism of Nost Malone now has been adopted into Brooks and Jensen there.
I don't even know. Yeah, I don't. The whole bar rescue.
Twice.
What's that?
I said Brooks and Jensen and Briggs and Dunn. I said, so I just fucked that up twice.
Twice. Front and back.
Pause.
Anyway,
allegedly.
In 4 more years, Miz Maurice will be casted as Cheaper by the Dozen 3.
Miz is Steve Martin?
Reach. Yeah, I was thinking the exact same thing. It's so funny. My first thought was, he's no Steve Martin.
Right. Well, Kerwin's saying Paul Heyman versus Brock Lesnar in a steel cage. Oh, God.
Why? They're not even mad at. They don't even talk anymore.
Yeah, they're like Sami and KO. They don't even talk anymore. Sami's over there. Hello, is it me you're looking for?
No shit.
Damn it!
Right.
Rocco, a good paisan of Omos versus Brock is a fail, but if we get Bobby versus Wyatt, it's fine. With me, it leads to Hurt Business reunion, and we get Wyatt 6 versus Hurt Business after Mania. That's an interesting question, though, I guess, as I've got Miz right now in control in the corner of,
hey,
which is the match you want to see more of, Bobby versus Bray or Brock versus Omos?
Okay, well,
go ahead. Go with your question. Sorry.
Well, I'm just going to say that's kind of like, that's a hard one to me because it's not the same, right? Like, obviously, it's not the same. No, there's a couple interesting things here with the comment from Rocco, which I really kind of like. One, we all assumed that when Bray said, I'm coming to get the winner or the survivor between you two, we assumed it meant after Elimination Chamber. It could hold off until after Mania if this story still goes with Brock. Now, MVP's still talking shit to Brock, so that's interesting.
Right.
So... yeah, do we have to get the Omos Brock thing? To me, feels like it's just a setup for the Hurt Business. It makes sense.
Little bit. As short arm clotheslines from Seth. As also tonight, folks, the match we've all been waiting for. We're getting Chad Gable versus Bronson Reed. I know we're here waiting with bated breath on the result of that match.
Does Gable suplex Reed? Could he suplex Reed? Could he get his arms around Reed? Can we do a huggy suplex?
No to all of the above. And that's one of those questions of select all answers that apply, and I choose no.
Right. I want to.
Oh, you clicked on it too. Yeah. I want to see Tony Khan Bear. It looks funny. If you know, you know.
Oh, dude. That's fucking awesome.
But that I thought that was a fucking parody and everything when I first saw it, and now I'm like, this might be like the blockbuster. This is the Sharknado of 2023.
Exactly, that's what this is. Absolutely.
2 count for Miz right now.
Wyatt 6 and the Hurt Business. It's possible, yeah, but do we want it? Is it going to be good if we get it?
Well, he's asking, honestly, or Kerwin's saying, any Wyatt match can make, or Wyatt can make any match interesting to me. I'll get the words out. But then again, he also says the match we've been waiting for, and I hope you're not talking about Bronson Reed versus Chad Gable. Or honestly, even Bobby Lashley versus Bray Wyatt, because I don't think, did anyone have that on their WrestleMania bingo card? Because I sure as fuck didn't.
No. Now, here's the thing, Nick. Everybody knows what a diehard fucking Bray Wyatt mark I have been for so long. However, the problem with that comment about every match interesting is we just watched a pitch black Mountain Dew bullshit match that was anything but interesting. Anything.
It was all a setup for a green shirt guy in the front row. It was just the longest storytelling in professional wrestling history.
Like, that's just this random elbow that missed by 3 yards. Oh, what is happening?
I came in like a wrecking ball.
Jesus, howdy.
Matt saying Funhouse on SmackDown, we will get Bray targeting Bobby. But we get Yowie Wowie, Bobby Lashley. What?
But doesn't that get confusing? Like, there's MVP calling out Brock to fight Omos, but then Lashley's going to get picked apart by Bray. I don't know.
That's what we need more of when it comes to Bray Wyatt is confusing. Well, we've already got confusing with Uncle Howdy.
Yeah. I will give the Triple H creative group credit because we're guessing on a whole lot of shit. Like, nothing's very clear, but you do need some clarity to enjoy the show. So that's why the Sami stuff's been fun and whatnot. Bray needs to give us more than what he's given us. I love Bray, but Bray needs to get in the fucking ring and just give us a straight up fucking match. Stomp some people.
Fair enough. Seth Rollins with a stomp right now. And why is he not going for a pin? But Mike's asking, is the ER on standby to receive Gable? Yeah, they might have an ambulance on standby.
But does this lead to Otis and Jonah?
Reinforce the fucking ring.
What's that?
Reinforce the ring. That's where you get it's been so long since we've had that initial after Brock and Big Show collapse the ring. They have to recreate that spot at least every couple of years. So that's where we'll get that.
Why not? I think it'd be he stomped the living snot out of our buddy here. Miz just got
Graves with the $10 word there of saying Seth Rollins has been sanguinous. It's like me yelling out Tabernacle the whole time.
Right.
Stop again.
Now, this feels like something the ref saying don't do it. So ref call the match. Treat it like UFC. Ring the bell. He's out. Seth is going to go around him. We know that.
Boo! Oh, I thought he was about to DQ him. That should have technically been a DQ. That's why I was ready to
another season of Are we getting another season of Miz and Business?
Well, we've still got to get the news. Is Miz going to be able to read the news if he's out on Dream Street there? But no, I thought they were about to call that a DQ because the ref was telling him to stop, and he still did it.
I mean, technically. Now the ref's like, don't do it.
Allah, I cite the case of Seth Rollins versus Bray Wyatt or versus The Fiend at Hell in a Cell with the red light and everything of the unnecessary obligatory DQ. So I cite that case, Your Honor. We have a precedent for this.
That objection.
Hearsay. Overruled. Overruled. Totally be lawyers. Pierce getting a phone call.
Carmella versus Asuka? Oh, Pierce.
Oh, he's getting a phone call from Chelsea Green.
Oh, my God.
I need to speak to your manager.
Where is this storyline going?
The trash bin, just like the 24/7 title.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Show me I'm wrong, WWE. Prove me wrong.
The Miz is out fucking cold. Out.
Like I said, Dream Street. When he was earlier, he was over there like Charlie Bucket with, I've got a golden ticket. Adam Pearce, this is why he's great. Chelsea, I can't hear, as she's just going on a tirade. Chelsea, I can't hear. What? Sorry, I'm breaking up. I can't hear. I got a bad connection. Oh, we've got Chad Gable jealous that Otis got a maximum male model card of, and I will give this a little bit of credit, and I will give this a little bit of some Vince Russo touch, and I guess a little Vince Russo love, bro. Pause. That even maximum male models, even Otis and Chad Gable Alpha Academy have interweaving storylines. Granted, they don't mean shit, but they're stories.
Well, I'm listening. I'm all ears, sir.
What do these guys not see that what do they see that I don't have?
Right? No, yeah, I mean, it's funny that we might be seeing the downfall of the Alpha Academy. But yeah, no,
don't you have to have a rise to have a downfall? Is it a downfall if you fall on flat ground?
Yeah, good question. Right?
If an Otis falls in the woods and no one's there to hear it, if an Alpha Academy falls in the woods and no one's there to hear it, did it really job after all?
All right, we're getting Ding Dong Hello up next.
And you should say ding dong hello to us and absolutely be a friend, tell a friend, like, share, and subscribe. Ring that bell notification. The only channel that's covering it. WWE, AEW, GCW, XPW, Christ, New Japan, Wrestling Revolver, House of Glory. We're here covering anything and everything.
All of it.
We've been here covering 2-3 shows at the same time and everything. We did an 8-hour stream on Saturday, like I said before, and it's been validated, so I keep using it for a cheap pop. But the only wrestling channel out there that even the wrestlers are tuning into after their matches. So, absolutely, folks, what are you doing? You're being a bad friend if you're not telling your wrestling buddies about us.
And if you don't have any buddies, we get to be the wrestling buddies you can't find in your real life. So, folks, like, subscribe, join. We are here all week long. Tomorrow, NXT live stream. Immediately following 2 hours of coverage, we are going to premiere our exclusive interview with Cole Radrick. A great interview, great guy. You know, if you don't know who that is, gentleman from GCW.
Oh, and a fantastic guy that we've kind of championed on before on GCW. I know one of the matches that we were a big fan of, and especially you, was when he was wrestling Allie and everything.
Yes, absolutely. Jealous.
So 100%.
I did bring that up. I should have.
Well, I mean, I'm surprised you didn't go there of the GCW Alley. I was like, this is a layup for this man.
No, I'm trying to tiptoe through the door, sir. I'm not kicking it in
yet. By the window.
But yes, folks. All week long, we're back Wednesday for Dynamite. Hopefully, Dynamite is a bit of a bounce back show from last week. Thursday, Luna Havoc will be in the house at 8:30 because, you know, that's what we do. So we will be here for Impact Wrestling. That should be followed up with another interview. We're just waiting to lock down some details, but it should be there on Thursday night. We will tell you on Wednesday if all is good. And then Friday, we're back for a triple header. And then we're rolling right through, folks. We got Revolution coming up. We got No Surrender coming up. We got Roadblock and Mania and all types of shit to cover and watch. We're going to
even then, we're still not done with surprises and everything like that when it comes to interviews and everything. And as well, we've still got the merch store, got the Discord, got everything. Yeah. Might be launching other things, big things popping, little things stopping. And you never know where we're going to show up and be trying to give you guys some free merch and everything. So absolutely, like I said,
we've been trying. We got to get more participation on this.
Well, maybe we just might have to open it up a little bit more. At times, it's been one of those of even we can't predict it. So how are we expecting the fans to predict it and everything? So
you're asking for a miracle. Why don't you just go buy a lotto ticket?
Right.
Where are we going with this? But yeah, we are coming out of a commercial break, folks. We are about just shy of the 2-hour mark. And we're going to be taking you home through the third hour of WWE tonight. Up next, we have Alt Control Delete as guests on
Ding Dong Hello.
On Ding Dong Hello. So that should be interesting. You imagine somebody comes out to pick a fight?
Jason's asking right there, does Gigi Dolan and Mandy Rose?
Could you imagine?
I
meant to ask you a question. And I know we're a night early about that, but do you find it funny that the call out of your mouth was Janetti just kicked Michaels, and they went out of their way to be like, no, she's the HBK. No, folks, that's the heel.
Right.
Don't get confused.
As we've said, we're like, there might be certain people that we don't even know are tuning in and everything like that. As we've seen how it's now ended up working out and everything. So absolutely, I would not be surprised of the fact that we're going to go out of our way to where now everything is literally my initial response was Marty just kicked Sean.
Right? So they were like, no, guys.
Nope. Disregard everything that man just said. Nope.
No, we think no, you're wrong.
Right. But that didn't happen.
Technically, technically Sean was the heel, right? So I mean, technically, but whatever. It's
Listen,
still wrong.
you.
It's
I
bad.
still hold potential grounds that Marty Jannetty was so afraid that he jumped out of that window to avoid Shawn Michaels.
Oh shit. That's a guy I don't know if we want his attention this way. He's crazy. Right?
Bring it on. Crazy meets crazy. What?
Right, let's go.
Come
All right,
at me.
folks. Big Dog Hello is on. If anyone's interested, 98% made up for movie.
About the Tony Khan bear.
Oh, about the bear. Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, you would assume so.
Nah, you'd be
The real
surprised.
story is they walked through the woods and the bear had OD'd, and that was it. But somebody, they went crazy with it.
Right, but still, I mean, it's a hell of a movie, hell of an idea. But I think that's also part of even why they were saying on some people, on one hand, people still think that what we got with the cage match and Lita coming out is what we were supposed to get on Raw 30. But some people also hold that, well, we were going to get Trish, but Coda's kind of hurt still, hence the crutches. So that's why we haven't gotten Trish yet.
I still think you can start that rivalry without Kai having two legs. I really do. I think you could still have an altercation or exchange of words. Okay, this is bad.
You expected this to be good?
I like Bailey.
You mean Sally Jessai Raphael Bailey?
Sally.
Ricky Bailey over there?
Raphael?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. She looks like Sally Jesse Raphael. But if you're a fan, if you're someone of a certain vintage, you know who we're talking about. If you're of a younger age, just Google it.
Just Google it. Are you interested in Nick Gage versus Mash and Slamovich? I'm very interested because Mash is a maniac and Nick is Nick.
Becky coming out. The Batman coming out right now.
The man. Do you mean the Batman? No, the man. Rick Flair's the man. Out comes Ronda and Shayna. Ooh, that would be random.
Fair enough. Speaking of random, Becky's got bigger shoulder pads than they wear in the XFL, I feel. The greatest tag team champions. Well, that's a fucking low bar to climb over.
Right.
You can trip and fall over that shit.
Becky kind of flip-flops between like, I'm not big time Bex anymore. I'm the man, but now I'm kind of big time-ish.
But that's still what made her great is she was halfway. She was female Austin of, by the way, Edge, don't, trip and fall and hurt your neck when you get out of my ring.
Right? Oh, kind of.
And then she'd still turn around and have like 3 promo, like babyface promo segments after that.
Right. Becky for the win. Wait, what? Becky's here, not for the win. I got ahead of everybody.
No, you're fine. I apparently popped John. Mike saying minus a point for the show for Bailey wasting her time. No, when there's a wagon on screen, is it ever a waste of time? Hey!
Here we go.
Lita!
Yeah, we got to do that, right? So 2.
Right, so then you know what this means, right? You know what it means.
The domino.
It's time to rock and roll.
I'm going to be quiet for a few minutes, folks.
If KJ takes a pause during right now, you know what's happening. Allegedly.
You know what I love? The unnecessary long pause before Lita made it to the edge of the ramp of like, who is it? Ah, it is her. We know who it is.
It's been so long since we've heard her music.
All right, so now we got Lita.
Bailey letting them know that they're ruining her show. See, the odds aren't even, folks. So we're going to very much have to have someone show up to even the odds here. And I feel like we all know who that's going to be.
Lita's here. I'm here for Trish.
I like that they even take the time to walk through the door. Sell the door.
Right? Well, I mean, that's how it goes. They didn't ring the bell, though. They should have had a bell.
Well, I like this, even though that Bailey's saying, Becky, you're really desperate for even having to bring her around here.
Is it my imagination? But even when Becky's trying to be a babyface, she comes off like a Disney heel. Like she's very you're still kind of heelish when you're playing happy.
The Wicked Witch of I guess, Ireland. Why?
Maybe.
The Wicked Witch of Belfast. Why? The Wicked Witch of Dublin. Why?
Right.
Well, then, who are they comparing to Gollum? As Lita saying, I think Gollum's cute. Oh,
I get a little Gollum.
I had my title of my sights set on a 5th title run. Why?
I get a little Gollum.
Spiegel.
I was just, Spiegel. I hope Trish is under the ring and knocks on the door. Wait, under the ring?
She comes through like, I'm the boogeyman, and I'm the Canadian man, and I'm coming to get you.
They're like open stage.
And she missed them when they brought her up.
Right. Who do you think she is? Cody Rhodes?
Maple leaves in my soul. Something, Trish Stratus.
I remember the Sally. There you go, Terrence. Terrence on it.
There we go. See, you got to be of a certain vintage.
Does Bayley have a Dalmatian coat?
Why are we making her fucking Cruella de Vil?
Where
does that come from?
We already have a Cruella de Vil in the
yeah.
Right.
Unfortunately, she was blended with Sonya Blade, so Sonya Deville.
Right. Who is that? Skipping that, JV. Bayley is not Sally Jesse Raphael.
So
wait. We know she's not, but you seem upset about it, Bobby. She's very similar.
Right. It's not.
I think she's trying to be.
It was meant as a term of endearment. We're getting.
We suck.
Becky and Lita are going to challenge Kai and Sky for the women's tag team championships,
and she accepted.
What? Why?
Okay.
Why is this happening at Mania? Why?
I was going to say, how is Dakota going to take a bump right now for multiple reasons?
She didn't. But what the?
Okay.
Why? This has to be building to something. But if you're not gonna do Trish in Ontario, when the fuck are you gonna do it?
Yeah, why are you saving her for? But no more shit there. Here is your women's tag champions, the top tag team in the division for what it's worth. And Becky's a badass, but Lita is a vet coming off the bench. And they just get punked out by the young heels look inept. They look skittish.
Yeah, but these are the same people that got punked out for the longest time, even before that. The women's tag team division on WWE has been ass for a hot minute. So this is just, at this point, status quo. As I've got Candace right now chasing down Nikki you've been following me for so long. Why are you stalking me?
I just want to love you. Nikki's not so crazy. She's more sad. She's
not. I want a friend. Will you be my friend?
Hot Topic Nikki, what is going on?
Kai and Ty. No, Kai and Sky. Not Kai.
Kai and Sky.
Close. 100% strategy.
Not here.
Unfortunately.
Not today, Bobby.
We'll give you satisfaction, not stratisfaction. What? Pause. What? This is getting awkward now. And then we follow that up with shoes.
Wait.
So we started off Raw super hot with Sami Zayn. In the middle has been a giant bowl of meh. And we're going to end it with Edge versus Austin Theory.
That's not bad, though. That should be good.
That's like having really good bread and then someone slides a turd right in the middle of your
That's kind of Raw in a nutshell. Mostly.
Unfortunately. And that's the problem when you have to go 3 hours.
Right. But up next, Bronson Reed, Chad Gable. Get your predictions in if you would like. Nikki said all her friends are gone.
Oh, I didn't.
Are the marks in the room gonna go? Sanity. Sanity.
All my friends are heathens.
Eric Young versus Gargano to use Eric Young to get Gargano over finally.
She just becomes the Indy of the way. If Indy keeps staying in NXT, her and Dexter are paired up together.
There you go.
A crazy couple.
Crazy couple. I'd like Dexter to do something crazy, something creepy, something, anything.
He just shows up to NXT and hands Indy divorce papers. Indy, I found another.
Right.
She completes me.
Ask David about Kai and Tai. Who's David?
Ooh,
okay. Well, we will, Bobby. We'll get back to you. Becky, Lita, Ronda, Shayna at Mania, or they face Damage Control at Mania. We'll just do like a 4-way women's tag match.
Yeah, if we could make it seem less irrelevant, we'll add other teams to make it seem, like it's even more of a who gives a shit match.
You think that's what it would do? Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, then again, I mean, on one hand, it hasn't mattered at all beforehand. So I guess maybe if it could end up in some, I guess, main eventer type hands of Becky and Ronda, or Becky and Lita, Ronda and Shayna, it honestly kind of feel like they're kind of the odd person out in that whole situation.
Yeah, really are.
Then again, the last time they did that, the two of them, I'm looking at you, Sasha Naomi, left the company.
Right. Bronson Reed for the win. Yeah, no, they just up and left, and then they haven't come back. Lots of rumors about Naomi. Hasn't happened. Lots of rumors about Sasha. Well, we saw her move on, at least temporarily. She's elsewhere. So one of their points of contention, apparently, was the fact that the division wasn't booked properly, respectable. It didn't matter. It was an it was what's the word? Overthought. Like they didn't care. They didn't focus on it ever. So they took a stance and walked out. Never came back.
Absolutely. Well, then where is that what Dana Brooks doing? She took a stance and just walked out, I guess, and it's just everyone forgot that she was there even to begin with. If she's been lost in catering.
No, not even lost in catering. She lost to Wendy Chu on main event.
That's the thing.
Yeah, she lost to Wendy Chu.
Choose me. Wow.
Yeah, she chewed her up.
Pause. But yeah, it's we've heard talks about if they're going to do a women's mid-card title or anything like that. And I think if they're going to do that, they need to get rid of the women's tag titles. They haven't even been that great on NXT, and they've even been somehow worse on the main roster. So
right. Well,
sorry, go ahead.
What about the idea that where we go with that shit? What did you just say? Remind me. I blanked.
Of how all of the women's tag belts have been booked bad, and how if they're going to do a mid-card title.
Yeah, I mean, they could do a mid-card title. I mean, I wasn't opposed to the idea of dropping one of the two women's tag titles and going back to when the champions defended on all three shows.
That's what it should have been.
Right? Simplify.
Right.
Oh, WrestleMania goes Hollywood. Here we go.
In case you didn't know, folks. I was expecting another like little vignette and everything to play. But we're just getting a hype up video for Mania as my brother from another mother takes a little pause for the cause. Oh, I hit the wrong button on myself there. But absolutely, folks, right now I'm getting a video package for 40 days away. WrestleMania goes Hollywood, and we 100% will be here for not only night one, but night two, and probably even above and beyond all of that. We'll be here covering anything and everything when it comes to WrestleMania weekend. And we're here covering anything and everything when it comes to professional wrestling. So what the hell are you doing? It doesn't cost anything. Be a friend, tell a friend, like, share, and subscribe. Ring that bell notification because you never know when we're going to show up, what shows we might be covering, what shows we get tipped off on. As I've got Bronson Reed coming out right now, and I guess over under right now on if this match takes more than 5 minutes, I feel, because we've got Chad Gable versus Bronson Reed. Give me your predictions, and I guess I'll take a little side action here, pause, of over under if this match lasts more than 5 minutes. Because I don't think it will. And I'm still halfway disappointed that Bronson Reed has gotten paired up with being kind of the Miz's sidekick, because he instantly, I almost feel a better match right now, respect to Edge even. And I get it might be, are they halfway trying to do the legend killer gimmick with Austin Theory of he beats Edge and then one other, kind of pseudo legend that's on the roster right now does he beat on his way to John Cena? But a Bronson Reed Austin Theory feud for the U.S. title to me sounds way more entertaining than Bronson Reed right now just dropping a heavy shoulder off the ring apron onto Chad Gable. So give me your predictions, folks. Damon says this is going to be a 2-minute match. Well, clock's running, my guy. I feel like, we're getting a square up between Otis and Bronson Reed. So that's where we're going to get. That's Viscera versus Mark Henry right there, I feel. But I feel a little bit like the Ninja Turtles there of Pizza Dude's got 30 seconds. Bronson Reed does the Mark Henry entrance showing his back coming out. Interesting. Fair enough, I guess. I didn't notice that. I've been asking that since mid-January. What did he ask? Have they started Hall of Fame announcements yet? No, they have not, oddly enough. And it's interesting as that I think Batista is probably going to headline this year, if I had to guess, especially with being in Hollywood, as Gable got an ankle lock and now getting some chops in on Bronson Reed. But again, folks, outside of even just giving me, I guess, your over-under of Mike saying it's going to be under 5 minutes as well, but let me know who you think is winning this match. Dale's got Reed for the win. I already got that one. Gable's going up top. Reed is down. Is Chad Gable the little engine that could? Mini angle here for a 2 count. Because it's Vince and only Vince Hall of Fame. Oh, my God. Could you imagine they just do a 3-hour Vince McMahon Hall of Fame ceremony? And then that's when he walks off and everything, and the limo explodes. And hey, we've got Maxine Dupree out here at ringside, over by the timekeepers area, looking like, kind of the friend of Tiffany Stratton, I guess is the best way I could put it. But so I'll give you credit of right there of Chad Gable just German suplex Bronson Reed right there for a 2 count on a bridging suplex. As again, Maxine Dupree is distracting Otis of you could be a maximum male model of very much where's somebody of dissension. Smell this here. Big suplex or body splash there, sorry, from Bronson Reed, but Tsunade 2, 3. So again, like I said, I guess halfway credit Vince Russo, what have you. It's a little got that vibe of we're getting intertwining stories of the maximum male models, Alpha Academy. I guess maybe even Miz, because Bronson Reed's halfway connected there, unless he's just the outright hired god, what have you. But Bronson Reed picks up the win with a tsunami. Quoting Corey Graves there. Otis needs a heel turn. Well, that's what his whole Alpha Academy run was supposed to be. I honestly, at this point, kind of miss babyface Otis when he was there, just pining over Mandy Rose and and just jiggling all the time and gyrating. But I think we still might be, like KJ might have said it earlier, if we're setting up for Chad Gable or Otis versus Bronson Reed. But tonight, as we're about 40 minutes left in Monday Night Raw, we're getting the U.S. Championship on the line between Austin Theory and Edge. So who are you taking for that match, folks? What are you thinking so far of Monday Night Raw? It's been a little interesting. It initially started off really hot, like I said. It came out of the gate firing. We had Sami Zayn, they got over it. And even then, we had Cody Rhodes and Heyman and that whole thing. It's fantastic how most of the segments and most of the things that have been good tonight on Monday Night Raw have been talking segments. We've had Sami have his promo. The match with Corbin was all right just because of Sami. We had the backstage segment with Rhea Ripley and Dom. We had Cody in a promo segment with Heyman. So far, really the best match that I feel like we've kind of seen. And why would I just blank on the match that I was about to call out there? Has actually was really probably about to be Miz and Seth Rollins. So it's been an interesting night, to say the least. But are you guys gonna cover KG Muto farewell show? We might. We got to try and look at the schedule and everything. That's the thing, is we're here covering anything and everything. And we've been here covering 3 shows at the same time. We've been here covering, I think, 4 shows at the same time. We've been here at 3 a.m. covering New Japan. We're here covering anything and everything. Nobody does it like we do. We are the Wrestling for Life Network. But absolutely, we'll have to take a look. Of WrestleMania season right now is very much stacking up for a lot of great shows, all pretty much lined up in a row. Of Christ, I even know for Impact, we've got No Surrender on Friday, I believe. We've still got the whole crossover multiverse of matches to the halfway Forbidden Door 2 of, I guess, Doggy Door 2 when it comes to New Japan and Impact teaming up, to where we're going to get Mike Bailey versus Ospreay. So the whole schedule is stacking up pretty nicely. Not to mention we're here covering Wrestle Revolver, House of Glory as well. We're here covering GCW, XPW, anything and everything. So we'll see if we can fit that in. That was a long-winded ass answer, as we are in commercial break right now. JV says, question of the day, who do you think needs a match versus Cena at Mania more? Theory or Gunther? Who can benefit more from that match? JV, you want my honest answer? Theory. Because for Theory, it would be a passing of the torch. Gunther needs somebody that would be more of, how do I want to say this? Of Gunther's already come out there and said that him versus Brock would be kind of his final boss fight. 100%, I feel. So Gunther versus Brock, to me, is a bigger match for Gunther than Gunther versus Cena. To me, Austin Theory needs the Cena rub, the Cena match and everything, because their Theory is going that same route, I feel, of he's the modern, I feel, version of the prototype. Hence why, unlike with Cena last time, Vince took a very much a liking to him of, oh, you're a clean-cut babyface type guy, and you're a bit good on the mic, and you've got, you know, the athletic build and everything, and you're kind of the blue chip prospect of. That's why Vince took a shining to him. So I think it's an Undertaker Bray Wyatt type moment if you have Theory versus Cena than if you have Cena versus Gunther. As I've got Elias in the ring right now. As he's taking shots at Boogs, and right now, he says, Boogs, I hope you're back there taking notes, as we cut to Boogs out there actually with a yellow notepad taking notes and everything. That they need to be a fucking tag team of talking about, you know, the Rock and Roll Express and the Rockers and all of these more historic tag teams of just give me Elias and Boogs and have them just both come out. One's got an electric guitar, one's got, an acoustic guitar, one's a little bit country, one's a little bit more rock and roll. As Elias now pointing on the WrestleMania side. So we've gotten 3 so far. 3 points at the WrestleMania side that I've counted. But so are we going to get like a concert off between Boogs and Elias? It seems like. Graves says Elias thinks he's about to headline Ozfest. As Bobby Lashley coming out right now. So it looks like we're getting Bobby Lashley versus Elias. So this might be when we get the spooky Bray Wyatt, the Uncle Howdy segment, I guess, of the night. If we're going to have this kind of bleed over between Raw and SmackDown. And if Bray sat there and called out the winner of Bobby versus Brock and Bobby won. So as Bobby's just walking down Elias. But they just did the Omos versus Brock for Mania. So would that be a Drew, Sheamus, Gunther triple threat? Fair enough. Yeah, that's also what I've heard, and I'm not opposed to that because I think that would be a fantastic kind of more British strong style match. As Lashley just runs Elias's head right into the ring post there. Who should win the 2023 Money in the Bank ladder match this year? Oh, Lord. Let's go. Spare! Let's wait till we get a little bit closer before we start calling that because we don't know what that landscape is going to look like when we get there. It's going to be interesting because it's in the UK, but the Hurt Lock is in as Elias is tapping out. Has the bell even rung, I feel? Did we get an actual finish? Did we get a match start as Bobby's gotten a promo now? This past weekend, I put Brock Lesnar in a Hurt Lock. Yeah, we watched it. Oh, we're setting up a 4th match, I feel. Not Brock Lesnar, not Bray Wyatt, not Elias. Nobody breaks the Hurt Lock. I will not be disrespected.
Not anybody.
You're a little loud.
It's because I'm yelling.
No, your audio.
Oh, that audio?
Yeah, I heard the promo after I called out the promo.
There's an echo in here. Okay, so Brock's going to fight Omos, and it's going to lead to Bobby. So how does that tie into Bray? I mean, this is weird.
Next week on Monday Night Raw, we're not waiting until WrestleMania. And so apparently,
oh, wow.
Trish couldn't make it through customs, but it seems like we're going to get, I know at least we're getting Becky Lynch and Lita versus Kai and Sky with Bayley at ringside for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships. And we're getting Candice LeRae versus Piper Niven. And I'm already going to take Piper Niven in this match.
You're going to take Piper, eh?
I was a fan of her. I wanted her to be Piper for the longest time, and I like the new look. And will Brock Lesnar show up to accept Omos's challenge?
That's the interesting thing, right? Like, we're not wasting any time. Like, we're going to get that, next week, which I think could.
And Asuka versus Carmella. FAB. All
right, so Raw is shaping up. For a show that doesn't usually tell us what's going on, they're telling us some shit.
Yeah, well, and we're also getting WrestleMania Goes Hollywood edition of Miz TV. So is that when we're going to get the announcement of the special news?
Yes, he said
I've got a golden ticket. Oh, we did say that?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
You are the father. Shit.
Oh, Miz versus Maury booked for 2012.
Yeah, right? What did you guys think of that Bobby segment? Well, how did you feel? Like, I mean, he dusts Elias. I don't know what this is. Like, what are they going to do with
Rooney?
So going to be a tag team with
I think that's a good shout of
Yeah.
What would you do with them besides that?
Nothing really. They've been squashed constantly.
They need a tag team division. They need to split the tag team titles up.
Right. That's a true story. Edge having a conversation with Byron backstage. So it looked like we had about 40 minutes when they started teasing this match. They successfully killed 10 minutes of TV with nothing. I mean, almost nothing.
Well, you got Elias squashed, so
that's true. Here comes Bobby.
Did you like though that Elias was sitting there saying of Rick Boogs, if you're backstage watching, you better be taking notes. And they cut to Boogs actually taking notes.
Right? Logan Paul versus Seth Rollins just might be the steal of WrestleMania. Interesting. Could be. You'd imagine, they would be as prepared as possible going into that match.
I think potentially in ring-wise, that may be the match of the weekend, or at least when it comes to WrestleMania.
That's fair.
Storyline, I think if we get Sami and KO versus the Usos, has a strong chance. And it's going to be hard to compete, though, still with Roman versus Cody, if that feels like that huge fight feel.
Yeah, no, it does have that real big fight feel. And I know people were making the comparison to, what about Gunther? But I think Gunther, you can get away with something like a triple threat with McIntyre and the Ginge Tinge. But I really don't. I don't know. You got so many, we are what? You said 40 days away, and we really don't know a whole lot about what we're going to see.
Right. We had a lot of accusations, nothing really too confirmed outside of Roman and Cody.
Right. Boom. Edge! Elias. Hellrod.
Elias, Lord of the Rings, Elrond. What? We're taking the hobbits to Isengard. Is that where we went with that?
Tomato? Nice crispy bacon?
We had first breakfast. What about second breakfast?
We only had first breakfast. Polo says, okay, Nick, what's up? Are they gonna let Edge have
doing the bubble Ray Dudley? What up?
No, Edge is going to get stomped by the Judgment Day.
Wait, sorry. What? Are they going to let Edge have the Canada moment?
No.
Instead of Sami, they got to give Canadian Fam a W somehow, right? Yeah, right. They did when they had KO Stunner Heyman.
That was as close as you're getting. Now he didn't win shit. Nobody. No Canadian love. No Trish Stratus. Sami.
You got two shows back to back in Canada. You got love. You got the huge pops. You got the huge ovations. Yeah. You just, unfortunately, you can't. You're like your Maple Leafs. You can't catch a dub.
No, not at all. Can't catch a win.
I didn't mean to take a shot there, but it just got
took me a second. In my lap. Cannot catch a win, except the beating. I mean, we did lose to Chicago yesterday. Let's go. We spanked Montreal, which makes me happy. Montreal not having a good weekend.
There you go.
Edge wins by DQ. JD interferes. So Judgment Day, I really do think this ties back into Judgment Day. I do think we're getting Finn and Edge.
But do we get Demon Finn?
Some people said that got kiboshed. But I think we should.
That's what I heard, but
I think you should. I think you should get Demon Finn, and I think he should win.
And then we got Brood Edge, and he comes out with Christian because he ain't doing shit in AEW, and we get Gangrellas too.
Gangrel Luchasaurus because we lost that dude as well.
Ready.
100% a version of Demon Finn. Okay. I think it should be something. It's Mania. You got to make it big.
So we get Goblin Finn, we get Smeagol Finn. As if we keep talking about Lord of the Rings and everything.
We're right back to Lord of the Rings again.
Oh, I mean, he's over there. He just grabs up to back. My precious.
Right. Would be way better to bring Trish instead of Lita. The thing with Lita is we see Lita more often. It's not like she's done like the pre-shows. So Lita's always kind of hanging around. Trish would have been a big deal, especially in Canada.
But yeah, well, it's just set up the 6-man tag of. It's one of those of I'd be more excited for the 6-man tag than I would be for a women's tag title match. Honestly, at this point.
Well, and I know what the answer to what I'm about to say is going to be because I agree with the answer. But maybe it is a case of, you know what, next week or the week after, you know, Dakota all of a sudden, you know, she's not hurt anymore. She uses the crutch. They're down and out. Here comes Trish.
But you do it not in Canada?
Yeah, that's the answer. And I agree with you. So I'm torn because they could have done it anyway. However, do you feel like maybe they just want a tag match? This kind of gives some tag team validity to this?
Then do it at WrestleMania. What the fuck are you setting up for Lita and Becky?
Against Ronda and Shayna?
The redhead connection. Versus like you said right there between Ronda and Shayna.
Interesting.
Fine. That's a haberdashed slap together match if I've ever seen one.
How it plays out will be equally the same question. KJ and Nick, Sanity return next week. Nikki needs her friends back. See, I said that, Jacoby. I like it.
And plays in the fun house. Huh?
Wow, you went. Wow, okay. She just crashes into the wrong neighborhood.
I mean, friends. We're really glad that you're our friend.
All right, okay. So then what? Then Eric Young shows up and like she's our
crazy. Friend. There you watch your Wyatt 6. I'm trying to fucking hand it to you on a silver platter, and you're like, no, thank you. This isn't the meal I ordered.
Well, I don't know.
It's not the players you wanted doesn't mean it doesn't happen.
Oh, it could happen. It would be like fucking who saw that coming, but she is crazy.
Me, that's who.
She just shows up like they like show the window instead of like the witch. It like Nikki's head pops up.
Here comes Nikki the witch.
Nikki the witch. Right, I'm taking over.
We're not here to take part. We're here to take over. Eric Young comes back as the has Mercy the Buzzard or something.
Right. Purple Demon Finn. I could get behind that. The rated R superstar. Oh, Kevin Patrick, you were boring as shit. Sanity, Raw, after Mania. Okay.
Nick, pause right now. Bye.
What? Bye? What? Oh, later. Well, folks, that's Big Nick. He is pausing for the moment, at least. And we are rolling through the rated R superstar is on his way to the ring. Of course, we have a main event up ahead with about 20-ish minutes on the clock. Let me know in the chat who you got, who you taking, who's your pick, how do you feel? Now, I think we would all agree out there, this has lagged, and it definitely has lagged a little bit. Like the middle of this show to the end of the show, whoo, it's been tough. Like Nick said, we started with good momentum. We started with good angles. We started in a good direction, folks. Sami was a great start. I love the little part with with Pierce and fine, go get him. But it blew my mind that it just kind of kept getting worse. And it really has kind of slowly got to this main event here tonight. Now, I know people will say, well, KJ, that's a 3-hour Raw for you. Really hard to make the whole 3 hours good. I know. But I feel like 2 of the 3 hours could have been better. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's how I felt. Look at Finn Balor's trajectory since 2017. He was on the shelf, and tell me the WWE doesn't sabotage who's over with the fans if they don't. Yeah, I completely agree. And Dave, I would say for a long time, Vince had a bad habit of that. Oh, you got yourself over? Sit on the bench. You weren't in my plans. And I think that's part of the problem of having a giant team of writers. Like back in the day, you didn't have a giant team of writers, right? If you got over, the booker wanted to use you because if you were over, people would pay to see you. Now it's changed. So the writers have decided for the next 4 months, we're going to write this script. And then something organic happens, something changes, and they don't know what to do. Oh, shit. Well, we'll just pull the popular guy off TV so the other people who are less popular will then become popular. Well, that's not how it works. That's not how it goes. That's not the way you keep somebody's trajectory going. I think Finn was really over. I think what they did with Finn, he got hurt. Not his fault, but you could have worked Finn back into something. Now I don't think we view Finn the same way we used to. I kind of feel like very similar to the Good Brothers. They come in and a lot of fanfare. A lot of people knew who they were. A lot of people were expecting big things, and they just kind of got watered down. Right? AJ Styles hurt his ankle. We haven't seen them since. Where are they? What are we doing with them? They'll be back, but realistically, guys, that's a great example. I mean, Sandow is a really good one still to this day. Got Austin Theory for the win, and read my comment. All right, let me go find it, Dale. Let me go find it. I was on break. Dale. Here comes Bobby. That's not it. All right, they're locking up. Here we go. And, listen, Corey Graves saying it right. Austin Theory is the future. Austin Theory is, the blue chip prospect. However, Edge dropped him on his face, so blue chip that. Okay, there we go. Fightful reporting that Trish was to be in Ding Dong segment, but Trish left and creative went to a different direction. Oh, okay. Interesting. I wonder why. I'm curious, Dale. KJ, the answer is 47. But what's the question? How many presidents you've had? I don't fucking know. 47. I should probably know the answer, but got me on the spot here. I got that one. Theory is going to be the most successful Evolve alum, isn't he? Ooh. He's definitely heading that way, speaking of trajectories. I mean, who else is going to really... Oh, I think I went to commercial. Who else really going to compete? Throw a name out there, Dave. But, I mean, yeah, really, out of that Evolve group, he's definitely had the most success short term. They put Balor under so often that the fans don't care now. They wanted that to happen. I agree. That's the problem, Dave. Like, you're at an interesting spot with Finn, because even in Judgment Day, Finn doesn't come off as the leader. Finn doesn't give you like, oh, look at this guy. He runs things around here. Actually, Rhea does. Dom kind of does at times. And then, of course, you have Damian, who actually looks and seems like the leader, even though he doesn't do much. So, yeah, I think you definitely have an option there with you got to do more with Finn. Finn is a talented guy. You can do more with him. The Uber driver Trish was driving. Yeah, no kidding. Can't figure out where Ottawa is. Box. What about okay. Box. Shit. Yeah, okay. We'll see where Theory goes. It's early. Box doing his thing. I'll be back. All right. They took Finn's demon persona, then brought it back. Yeah, no, the way he lost to Roman sucked. 1 minute, folks. You're gonna hear me. You're gonna hear me, but you won't see me for a second. But yes, folks, you absolutely have that demon persona coming back to take on Roman, and then losing with that weird, unexplained rope break. It's terrible. It like anyone out there enjoy how that happened? Anybody got that feel? Sorry, folks. Back at it. They took away. I got that one. The only guy I can say is McIntyre would be a good shout. I mean, McIntyre's had a good career. He's had more success than Theory at this point, but again, Theory kind of new. So I get what you're saying. McIntyre's not a bad shout, though. I think Theory's got a shit ton of potential. Do not count Theory out in any way, shape, or form. I think he could. I mean, I think he already is surpassing people's expectations. And if he continues to have a good U.S. title run, Maybe he does go over Cena at Mania. He's only going to continue to grow and head towards a believable championship contender. Got that one. But that's it, folks. We are in a commercial break. Hopefully one of the last commercial breaks that we get tonight. I will remind everyone once again, we are here all week long, every week long. We do not stop. We're heading like a bullet to WrestleMania. We got so many shows to cover. GCW, New Japan, Impact, you name it, we're on it. Wrestling Revolver's coming around with more. House of Glory, of course, AEW, WWE. Tomorrow, NXT, 2-hour live stream, live reaction, live watch along, call it what you will, but it's the best that you can get. We will be here for NXT for 2 hours. After that interview, or after that live stream, we are going to run a interview with Cole Radrick. You've seen him in GCW, Wrestling Revolver, the Indies. The young man is only 25 years old. He's already been around wrestling since he was 12. And really good story, really compelling guy to talk to. Lots of energy, lots of fun. Big shout out to Cole, who stumbled upon our channel and was willing to do an interview with us. So go check that out tomorrow. Wednesday, Dynamite, stacked, live reaction, live review. Thursday, Luna Havoc, our special guest host, will be back on Thursday. Our Impact expert will be here. We're going to run through that, and we hope to have another interview on the heels of that show. So 2 interviews this week, we hope. And then Friday, triple header, and then we'll get into the weekend and moving on. This weekend might be a quiet weekend, as I rattle to death. This weekend might be a quiet weekend. We will keep you posted. If we're not here on the weekend, we will be back for Raw on Monday. Right here. Right now, Edge, Theory in the ring. Edge rocking as much Canadiana as he can. Looking good. I'll tell you what one of the most annoying parts of the Roman Reigns title run has been. How the commentators put over all his wins as epic wins. You know what, Dave? I get what you're saying, but that's their job, in my humble opinion. Like, that's where I kind of disagree with you a little bit. They kind of, it's the old adage, right? They don't tell you how somebody scored a goal on the game sheet. You don't explain how somebody won. A win's a win. Whether you cheated, whether it was a lucky bounce, whether it was a fluke, a win, it is a win. And they have to. He is the guy holding both belts. You have to build him up. You can't show up every week and go, he kind of sucks. He barely made it. Like, you got to sell him on like the most epic, modern title run, this dominant faction that has completely taken over wrestling. You sell it to the highest degree possible. To tie in the Brave Fiend, he crushed Balor, sent him, okay. Sent him back to NXT. The Brits gimmick started, and it was real decent. When they called him back, it was boring. If you tie it back to Bray, I mean, that's interesting. I mean, Wyatt 6 versus Judgment Day has a better feel to it than Wyatt 6, if there is a Wyatt 6, going up against the Hurt Business. Judgment Day almost has a better feel to it, right? Maybe. That's kind of where I'm thinking is out of the two. But Balor did even point out, he said, well, I had to come down to NXT because somebody got a new mask, right? There's old feelings there. Though interference or cheating, yet the commentators put over an epic defense, biggest one of the Clash at the Castle match, where the commentators blind or just absolutely stupid. Well, there's 2 parts to this, Dave. One, I kind of touched on it before. You're supposed to hype up the champion. However, I feel at times you have Corey Graves, and he's doing exactly what he's supposed to do. He's doing classic Bobby Heenan or Ventura or Jerry the King, where just completely playing the heel straight away, not fucking around. Like, everything the heel does is great. And the JRs of the world, the Vince McMahons of the world, playing it straight are supposed to, Gorilla Monsoon, another example. Oh, 2 count, right? The play it straight. And so when you got somebody going on about what a big win, you need the voice of reason on commentary to say, wait a minute, no, we're supposed to be mad about this. That's part of directing the show. That's part of your impact on that show. If you look at the best that ever did it, they told you how to feel. So when these things are happening, when the cheating is happening, you should have somebody mad, right? You should have the Gorilla Monsoon. Well, no, that's cheating. That's not acceptable. And then you need the Corey Graves who's like, it's perfectly fine. If you're not cheating, you're not trying. Fuck them. That's the way it should be. So at the end of the day, you don't really have that a really good straight arrow. Kevin Patrick's not doing it. Michael Cole's all over the place, even though I think he's been better over the last couple months without Vince in his ear. I don't know. I really think you have to, like, you can't walk around saying, like, the guy that's running our entire company as far as, you know, the champ and the Universal champ and the Undisputed champ, and you can't. You know, the tag team champs involved. You got to sell it all. You got to talk about how great, you know, well, whether you like it or not, it's still 900 plus days, period. But he's a heel. They should be putting over, he cheats to win every time. There you go. Right? So, yeah, you got to, I think Corey does a great job. And there's times, I think a couple weeks ago, we were on the stream for Raw, and Corey was freaking out, and Kevin Patrick literally stared at him like a deer and then went, so later on tonight. And we're like, holy shit, dude, give this guy something to play with. Like, pause. But you have to, like, you need that team. Like, I mean, I think, you know, being able to have that back and forth, that rapport, that conversation, they don't have it. Michael Cole does suck. Michael Cole is like the Dolph Ziggler of announcers. He just still fucking here. Like, you're here. We've heard it. Man, I'm so glad Sasha Banks didn't come back to the WWE, because if I had to hear boss time every fucking week, I would have thrown up in my mouth every week. It was just again and again and again and again. Welcome back again. Hi. Cole is GOAT. What GOAT? No. Cole is not GOAT. Cole has had moments. He's not awful. Cole forever. I mean, he's a victim of circumstance as well, but he played it very much like, I'm just here to, like, I don't even really get the vibe that he's a wrestling fan. You know what I mean? Like, it's just a gig. It's just a job. I don't really like what he brings to the table. A lot of it was repetitive, but again, how much of that was production? Michael Cole has been great since Triple H took over. Better, Jay West. I'll give you that. He's definitely, and I kind of touched on that, where I do see an improvement. He seems a little freer, you know, and you need that. Like, when you get Pat back, when him and Pat were bantering, it was great. That's what you want. Do you guys remember when JR and the King used to argue? Like, JR would get, like, worked up. King would just laugh at him. You know, like, you needed that. You need that counterbalance. And that's what programs the viewers. When the viewers are watching and you're listening, you're like, oh yeah, okay, that's wrong, that's right. Like, you're getting it pushed, you get it reinforced, right? That's where a guy like Excalibur sucks, because he's just yelling out moves. Don't be, hold on. He's not actually guiding your emotion. He's not actually pushing the needle in the direction he wants it to go. He's just yelling. So I think that there's a lack of really good commentators. I think Ring of Honor might have the best two as a team, but I don't know. I think that's a lot of time to talk about commentators. Go, Edge, go. Who else took Edge? Anybody else take Edge? I got Theory. Theory going for the superplex. It's a problem. Roman is top 4 in merch sales. He's a heel. Yeah, but you know what? That's 2023 for you. That's modern times for you, right? It's, you know, and he was pretty much a face. He had blurred into a face without Sami. So you're right about that. But again, when you're that good, people start respecting you. So it starts becoming organically a babyface, unless you have a counter. They found a counter in Sami, because the other baby faces going up against Roman Roman was just embarrassing them in the ring, on the mic. He was on a different level. So fans are like, oh, fuck. Like, it's not bad. Almost beat him. If you can't beat him, join him. And I mean, now, it's weird times, right? Like, people are going to buy the bloodline stuff because it's cool, right? The NWO, heel faction. So more shit than everybody. So I wouldn't get too caught up on that. Sami gets the heat back on Roman. He's amazing. Yeah, but I still think the bloodline was clipping along. Sami might have given it a little bit of a boost, give it like Popeye to his spinach, but I think they were doing all right. The Demon Finn versus Brute Edge. A lot of people think that, Rocco. You might not be wrong. And I like it. Let's do it. Even if you do it like Hell in a Cell, make it matter. I mean, the rivalry's been going on long enough. You've had your wife involved. Like, I'm all for it. No offense, KJ, but Kevin Patrick, even when he gets excited, that's why is that offense to me? I completely agree with you. Kevin Patrick is awful. Like, not to be crude, but if you were Kevin's partner, how would you know he was excited and into what was happening in life? Where's his gusto? Where's his, he's got no balls. Anyway, poor guy. I don't want to pick on him too much, but it's brutal. And I can't be like, again, is he just a placeholder till Pat gets back and they shuffle shit around? I guess. But there's got to be better people for this job. Right? Like, fuck. My ass fighting a cold. Still fucking more excited than this. Edge lands on his feet. Oh! Little bit of a cheer. The crowd's a bit quiet. Joey Styles is good. I like Joey. All-time best? No. But up there. Yeah, Morrow left on his own. If you guys haven't seen his documentary, go check it out. It's an excellent documentary about him battling bipolar disease, and it's outstanding. Go find it, watch it. You'll have a whole new, like, if you like Morrow now, Theory with his feet on the ropes, blatantly, you like him even more when we get there. Joey was good again, but Joey was just mental. Like, Joey was just, energized. He was into everything that was happening. Oh! Execution! Big kick out, big kick out. If Edge wins the U.S. belt, which he won't, but if he did, will the third two-time Grand Slam champion. There you go. Good to know, Rocco. I like that. I don't believe he's going to win, though. Good match. Crowd's starting to pick it up. They're following along. Okay. Know who I'd love to see WWE bring back? Lenny Leonard. Oh, David. How did you get to Lenny of all people? You know what? I honestly give JR his job back. Put JR back on commentary in WWE. I'm all for it. I know he's not well. He's not at his best. He likes being in Florida. Here comes Finn. Called it. We all kind of knew. Oh, there it is. Shit. A-Town down and it's over. Fair enough. I mean, anything's better. And here comes Finn right away. So this is like where we were talking about Roman a second ago, guys, with the chat. Literally the same idea. There's Theory again. Elimination Chamber. There was a fixed win. Tonight, fixed win. But Theory keeps winning. You don't take that again. You don't put that against Theory. He's doing his job, right? And you got to talk about, wow, Theory's been champion for 3 months. Survived Elimination Chamber. Because whether you like it or not, he did. Finn with the coup de grace. 5 out of Dale's not wasting any time. He's like, I'm going to bed after this shit. Would love to see see Ripley versus Beth in a singles match one day. Yeah, and I'd be all for it. Second coup de grace, folks. So Finn Balor, that's how we're gonna end this. Got about no time on the clock. So Finn Balor comes out and stomps the shit out of Edge. Yeah, there you go. So now we're definitely heading that way, Bobby. I completely agree with you. We all kind of speculated, but this all makes it official. Wait, is he back up? Or was that another replay? Oh, no, that was a third one. So they're not sending the crowd home happy tonight. All right, folks. That is it. That is 3 hours of WWE Raw tonight. Get your ratings out of 10 into the chat. Dale kicked it off with a 5. 5. Now, usually the show after a pay-per-view is pretty good. 5. Would you love to see? Got that one. Finn will get his mama. Well, we'll see what happens there. She might be a little busy, Bobby. Think the main event of the go-home SmackDown will be the Usos and Solo versus Sami, KO, and Cody? Could be. But I don't. Yeah, I guess it could be. The way the story's building now, that's a high possibility. If Sami and KO are going to be involved in a tag team and go after the Usos, highly possible. Highly possible. At least Brock versus Lesnar is better than Goldberg. I guess Bobby versus Lesnar is better than Goldberg. No mention of Goldberg right now, and I really don't want to see Goldberg. So I'm okay if Goldberg just stays where he is. Really, honestly, we don't need it. It's the same shit. I'm over it. I was over it 20 years ago. Never been a Goldberg guy. Didn't get it. Didn't like it. Still don't. 8.5. 8.5. What did I watch? 7.5 from John. That's a little more reasonable. The Senators never send the fans home happy. Why would they? Sorry, Mike. That's funny as hell. 4 out of 10. 4 out of 10 due to what this Raw is. This is supposed to be one of the biggest Raws of the year, as this is the final stretch, and they gave us pretty unaspiring show. It did feel a little uninspired. It did feel a little lackluster. It feels like they're holding back some bullets. It feels like they're waiting. It wouldn't surprise me if they wanted to do a couple things on American soil. I don't know why that matters. Everybody's watching it on TV or on stream or wherever. Yeah, 4 to 10 though, Mike. So we got a bit of a range here tonight. KO and Sami should not get along until after winning tag team belts. Well, they've already kind of started rebuilding that bond. I guess there would be kind of have that reluctant skepticism from KO, or kind of always leaning back, always like, I don't know how I feel about you. 7.5 Raw tonight was good, and I'm ready for WrestleMania 39. I'm definitely ready for WrestleMania 39. I don't necessarily agree with how much I loved it. See you Tuesday, NXT. Good night. 1 out of 10 for not having Trish. I agree. Just kidding. 7 out of 10. All right, we got a lot of 7s. I'm going to come in a bit lower. I'm going to go 6. I didn't hate it. I didn't love it. There was, again, that middle hour was fucking rough. There wasn't a whole lot going on. And then that third hour, always full of commercials and filler. We know it's coming. We hate it. We wish they'd chop it off. It's like a toe with gangrene. They just get rid of it. But they didn't get rid of it. They didn't. They also didn't fill it with the most entertaining of things. But I'll go with 6. I know a lot of people have 7s, but honestly, it's a little tough. 6 out of 10. They killed the anticipation to see Sami right away, took the buzz out of the crowd. Yeah, I mean, you got a valid point. I think they did the Sami thing first to draw in the viewers, but to your point, it ended up being kind of the highlight of the night, right? Paul Cody, that was good. Okay. Little interesting. We're getting the separation of the stories. Paul, always great to see. Cody didn't have much to say, which I think is a good thing because we can't hear monologue after monologue after monologue after monologue. 7 out of 10. Okay. Interesting. But yeah, I think it just fell short for me in a lot of places. Ding Dong was all right. I don't know how I feel about like Lita and Becky. You couldn't find like Shotzi or Tegan Knox or Zoe Starks. Somebody. There's got to be somebody that could have paired with Becky, which is a more active, up-to-date, younger talent. I don't really care for Lita coming back and being in a match, especially because to me, it makes me feel like they won't win. They could, but I don't think they will. 7. So, yeah, I'm going to go 6. I'm going to go 6 for sure. But, yeah, I mean, an interesting night, guys. We got lots to unpack. We got lots to talk about for the rest of the week. What does this all mean? What will this become Friday? And again, we're getting down to the nitty-gritty. Looking at my calendar right now, March is upon us, folks. We are knocking on March's door. March is going to be a busy month on this channel, a busy month in wrestling, and we're heading towards WrestleMania. I can't wait. It's going to be a great time. Of course, we're going to be here for all of it, folks. I appreciate every single one of you for tuning in, even for a second. Thank you for being here tonight. Big Nick thanks you, and the rest of the family thanks you. And do not forget, tomorrow, NXT live reaction, live watch along, live watch party, call it whatever you want. Then an amazing interview with Cole Radrick, a phenomenal wrestler. We just watched him in the J Cup. He's been in the ring with so many big names, including his own. But that all being said, thank you to him for showing up. Wednesday, Dynamite, and all the rest of the week, where we get Luna Havoc on Thursday, triple header Friday, and more wrestling than anybody can shake a stick at. Remember, folks, we're the wrestling fans you cannot get in your real life, and we just grind on a different level. Nobody does it like this. Sick, birthdays, holidays, we show up and we show out. So thank you so much for being here. Damien's looking forward to something before I go home. I'm looking forward to Jinder Mahal, Braun Breaker. Yes! Jinder Mahal going after Braun Breaker tomorrow. Do not miss that. I'm going to go, I don't know, take some medicine. But everyone else, thank you. Have a good night, and see you on the flip side, folks. Bye for now. I got to find the button. I didn't find the button. Thank you, and goodbye.